All right, welcome to session 8. So last time you rested for the night at the Katniss Watchtower. The next day you traveled toward the mountains in search for the White Rock Spring, following the directions from the nymph. You talked to the nymphs at the spring and found that the waters really could cure your illnesses and restore your energy. You also found a person waiting for their friends to return. You discovered a cavern behind the waterfall, but were warned to stay away. You talked to the nymphs and became aware that they were taking some fraction of the humans who visited for their survival and for the survival of the spring. You learned that the person waiting, Sebastian, had his friends taken. Later, the nymphs attempted to woo Sebastian, even using charm magic, which Darcy thwarted. Avoid, which Darcy counseled. You also learned that a place of power lay hidden beneath the spring, most likely in the cave. You decided to seek out the place of power and stop the nymphs, so attack the ones outside, defeating them. You then entered and explored the cave, going deeper and lower until you came upon a place of power, an underground lake. As you traveled, Tavros yelled out, giving away your presence, so that when you finally reached that place of power, you were ambushed. Conglomerate was killed, Tavros and Cyclonen were grievously wounded, Judge lightly wounded, and so you decided to run. As we begin, you have fled from the place of power back into the White Rock Caverns. You can hear the sound of pursuit behind you. All right.
Get out of there, boys.
So what I'm gonna go. So what we're gonna do is we're going to enter back into initiative order, and I will assume that as you went up the spirals in the cavern, that you kind of grouped up again. So you're where you are on the map won't necessarily be representative of who left first or anything like that. And then we'll see what happens from there. So
As we go up, I'm going to make sure that I have an echo with me,
all right.
and I'll be trying to keep it 30 feet ahead of me.
All right. So we'll go ahead and activate. All right, so you should see your characters. It's currently paused, so I'm going to go ahead and unpause it, but don't move yet. And I'm going to go ahead and enter combat here, and then you guys can all join.
I see there are two of me. I'm going to delete the one to the south.
Oh, wait, where are you then? Because I put everybody at that entrance. Where are you? Where did you go?
Well, there was one just above Darcy and one just below Darcy. I deleted the one just below.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. All right, so everybody can add yourself to initiative order.
Oh yeah, we finished in the middle.
Let me make sure that is... that's what's
Well, the
happening.
creepy cave noises are going off right now from Rave.
Yeah,
Oh my god, they're so loud. Hold on.
if you go
Mine's
into
not-
global volume, you can actually
Yeah.
lower them until they're comfortable.
Yep.
Perfect.
I'm doing that right now. Do you want me to enter initiative or should I not since I'm up?
You don't have to enter initiative. You're just here to watch. You can move
Yep.
your token around wherever you want to watch people, but don't give anything away if they're not there yet.
For sure.
Okay, so now that you're entering initiative order, hold on. Sorry, I'm missing something here. Here we go. I don't know why I bothered to close it. All right, so as we begin, you hear a massive wail echo through the caverns. You can hear enemies coming from behind. You can hear wails from up ahead.
Oh man.
All right, so now hopefully everybody entered initiative. So we'll go ahead and begin. Alrighty then. So what is can she move? I forget. Okay, so all right, Cyclonen. You can hear the sounds behind you and in front of you. What are you going to do?
We should focus only on escape. I'm gonna go ahead and 4, 5. Let's see. 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm gonna move here to finish my 30 out. Nothing so far. I end my turn.
All right. So, to there. And we'll call you done. You to there. So you're done. And then you are going to move to there as well. And let's move there. All right, Tavros. You see that Cyclonin has gone up ahead. What are you going to do?
Oh, I also take the dodge action.
Hey,
Okay.
Ro.
Oh, hello.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, how you doing?
Doing well. Uh-oh.
So we're
How'd you
running
do
in
it?
initiative order as you guys try to escape. So you can go ahead and enter combat and roll your initiative.
I'd love to do that. Hopefully I can get my computer to not die.
Okay.
Jim, trying to get onto some.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
we'll
on my
make sure
phone
you
right
get
now.
a turn in the round, even if we missed your initiative order. All
I
right,
mean,
Tavros.
I can go last, so you don't have to wait.
Yep.
I can
Yeah.
just go last.
Yeah, go ahead and roll initiative and everything, and then we'll kick it off properly next round. All right, Tavros.
I'm gonna move up. 3, 4, 5. What was diagonal again?
It's 5, 10, 5.
Okay.
So the first one's 5, then 10, and then 5, and so on.
Hey, do I want to sprint? I don't see anybody. I'm gonna sprint.
Okay.
Um.
So yeah, then you just move again. Same
Yeah.
movement amount.
All right.
Okay, so once you get up to there, you hear a sound coming from your left, actually, and you can. It's just a whisper from where you are, because of distance, but you distinctly hear, "This way, I know a way out." It
Huh.
sounds male and human, or human-ish.
Weird.
All right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, just there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh. All right, Gizzard. Everybody else is running ahead. What are you gonna do?
Running ahead.
Lots of running.
I forget. Well, what's the button to? Is it Alt? To see. It's not Alt. It's, sorry, to see the distance. What's the button for that again?
What is it? Control, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I just can't do it while selecting my token. Gotcha. Alright. I think I can move 2 more. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
All right. You also are hearing. You are also hearing somebody from your left gesturing. This way. I know a way out.
Interesting.
All right, Judge. What are you gonna do?
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and run. Is anything still active, or do I have to activate anything?
You basically ran up the spiral. We'll say it took you probably about 30 seconds. So anything that is still can last for 30 seconds would still be active.
Alright, so my blade song, I guess, is still active. That gives me an extra 10 feet of movement. Okay, I'm going to move. There we go.
Darcy, I see you rolled for
Dash.
initiative, but you did. I wonder why you're not
Yep.
showing up in the list.
I'm there. I'm between two nymphs.
Oh, yeah, there you are. Yeah, okay. So I'll have you go last this round, and then next round you'll be in your right spot.
Okay.
And then,
All right, Judge.
Yeah,
Are you
action.
still moving?
yeah, it's my action to dash.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's not cooperating very well.
If it's a struggle to move with the mouse, you can select your token and use WASD like a video game.
Actually, that's what I was kind of trying to do, but it's just not as responsive either. I might just have a
Oh, okay.
bad connection.
Fair enough. All right. So as you come around, you definitely hear the whispering coming from your left. Sounds like a male voice yelling out, "Come this way! I know a way out. They can't follow us."
I do not trust it. I know the way out.
Okay. Hit enter when ready.
Oh, yes.
All right. So, 2, 3. Okay. And Darcy, before we begin the next round, what are you gonna do?
Skedaddle daddle with the rest of them.
Okay.
Assuming a dash and 30 feet of movement, that would put Darcy just behind the my echo.
Oh, you can't move, Darcy?
Oh, am I able to go? Is it
Yeah.
my...
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Yep. Right. Yeah. I don't know if that's my full movement or not, but
You should be able to get to here with 60 feet.
oh god. That will just put me there.
All right.
All right.
Cyclonin, what are you gonna do?
Well, since I forgot last time, I'm gonna go ahead and burn my second win right now.
Okay.
I don't know how I would get a critical hit on a second win, but whatever.
You could only wish, I
Well.
suppose.
Alright, so that should put me up to 34. Alright, so now... 1... 15... Actually, 30 feet of movement will get me here. 5, 10, 15... 20, 25... Actually, do that. Just
And
put
as
the
you get-
30.
Oh, actually, that's your echo. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, shoot, do I want to dash? No, I'll take the dodge action.
Okay. Hit enter when ready. So, 1, 2, 3, All right, Darcy, you can hear a nymph running up behind you. All right, so that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Don't care for that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A second nymph runs up behind you. And who are you? Alright. 6. 6. All right, Tavros. You can you hear the whispering, actually probably yelling at this point from the left. This way, they can't follow. This way. What do you do? Definitely coming from this direction.
And remember, we came from this way. I'm gonna sprint and I'm gonna run that way.
It's definitely a male voice.
I have a feeling that there's some trickery here. So I'm just gonna ignore the voice and go this way.
Okay, you start climbing up the steps. Start getting higher. And you can hear the wails up ahead getting louder.
I think that's not my movement. I lost count. I'm terrible. I didn't count it.
Okay. You can see where you started from. So, yeah, so basically...
Yeah, I think
you
that's
have
right.
35
40
movement?
is my 40.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's reasonable then.
Yeah.
Hit enter when you're ready.
Yep.
Alrighty. Oh, she's way down there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, she's way behind. All right, Darcy, you can you see the nymphs. They've gotten into combat distance with you. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna move away from their combat distance.
Okay.
Hold on.
Those are actually solid. I just put the walls further back for visibility, but it doesn't really change much. Okay, anyway, once you get to there, you hear the whispering or yelling from this direction, and it's yelling, this way. I can show you another way out. And you can see from there it's hard to tell, but it's definitely a humanoid with darker skin, kind of a grayish skin. It does look male. And what's interesting is he's standing inside the wall, meaning that he's like standing in the middle of the wall, like the wall doesn't exist.
That is weird. I'm gonna insight roll that mofo, cause you sus, sir.
All right. So what is it that you're looking for? What are you trying to figure out?
Is this a trap? Is this a trick? Are you full of crap?
Okay. Go ahead and make your roll.
A little illusion, perhaps.
Okay. Wrong button. No. Is it? Oh. And just inside normal.
Okay, and while you're at it, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perceive.
As far as the insight goes, you're you definitely get the impression that that person really does want you to go that way. You sense that his whole "they can't follow you." You actually. That sounds blunt. Oddly enough, you actually think that might be true. The other thing you notice is that you're fairly convinced the person is real and the wall is an illusion. That said, you don't know if it's a trap or not. You're unable to determine that based on your interaction so far.
Let's take a chance. If I die, I'll just feel dumb later.
True.
All right, where was person?
You see him down this way.
This
you
way.
You
You should
can't
be
feel
able
as
to see
dumb as me dying by stepping out of some water.
All right, it'll be fine. We all gotta make our dumb deaths at one point.
All right. Hit and turn when you're ready.
Is that as far as I can go? I kind of lost count.
See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So how far can you move?
I just had all that information available. Hold on. I can move 35 feet.
So if you're dashed, you can move 70. So I counted 55. So that would be another 3 squares.
For what it's worth, I had thought you had a movement of 30, otherwise I'd have pinged another 5 feet ahead, so,
It's fine. If I die, it's fine.
Okay. So from what you can tell, the person is on the other side of this rock.
Yay, mystery rock person. Hope
All
it's not a trap.
Hit and turn when you're ready. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, Gizzard, you notice that Darcy followed the yelling and went left, and Tavros went right. What are you gonna do?
Suppose I'll also see what my insight says, but I'm leaning towards right. Let's see. What? How I feel.
Unfortunately, you can't see him from there, so there's no perception check. As far as the insight goes, you so far you do. It does sound like he really does want you to go that way, and you also believe when he says that, at least that he believes that the nymphs can't follow you where he is.
Man, that's hard. I guess I'll trust my insight. Go this way. So he leads me over here.
So he's definitely the sound is definitely coming from here.
Okay, from the rock. Yeah, that's about right.
You should actually be able to see the figure, and if you hover over it, you can kind of get a bigger view of what you see.
I can see the figure?
Can you see right here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
actually standing in the wall. Literally, the wall looks like it's going through him, and he's standing in it.
He looks like if
Interesting.
Gollum was from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, that's kind of what it reminds me of as well, actually. Good point. But I trust him.
Okay, hit and turn when you're ready.
Yeah, let me double check that I don't have more movement.
Okay.
Actually, I should have 10 more. So that means that's my turn. Alright.
Cool. All right, Judge. You notice that Darcy and Gizzard went to the left, and Tavros went to the right. You two can hear the pleas to come this way. I can take you out of the cave, and they can't follow us. What do you do?
I look down one side towards Tavros. I look down the other side towards Darcy. Crap. Tavros! Wrong way! And then I start moving this direction. Do I see that I have its attention?
Do you see what?
Does Tavros, turn? Do I see that I have his attention?
Tavros, do
When I
you
screamed.
react to judges yelling?
Yeah, I yell back, we came from this way.
No,
That's pretty much all you
different
have
strategy.
time. That's all you have time
Okay, that's
for,
all I
basically talking wise.
All right. Give me a second. Looking back at the Fortunate Son and seeing the other two up there, Judge will cast invisibility on himself and stay in that position.
So you're gonna cast invisibility?
Yes.
Okay.
My freebie use.
Fair enough. Hit intern when you're ready. Alright, cool. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, beginning of the next round. She'll stay there. Alright, Cyclonin, you can no longer see Judge, and you notice that Darcy and Gizzard went to the left, Tavros went to the right. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move forward. 3. I guess I'll go ahead and go towards Tavros. So,
Okay.
let's see. So, let's see. Oops, that's 3. So that would technically put me there so far, although the echo's slowing me down. I'll keep up with Tavros. 15, 20, 30. That leaves the echo there. All right, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. 6. What? That's weird. Why did it zoom in? Alright. Next, let's see. She's got line of sight, so she is going to. Alright, so you see one of the nymphs get up close and attempt to attack the Echo. And does a 16 hit the Echo?
No, it's got a 17 AC.
All right. Oh, she has multi-attack, right? Yeah, so she gets to do two of those. Sorry, it's been a been a couple weeks. I forget. What about a 17?
I think that hits. Let me just double check one thing.
Oh, I never did
Yeah.
fix the damage on this, did I?
Because where's...
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, proficiency bonus should still be the same, and I think it's 14 plus, so yeah, it's gonna pop it.
Okay, so that's gonna hit it. All right. All right. 3d6 plus 3. Okay, 12 points of damage, and hopefully that ability's fixed. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay,
Sorry,
Sorry.
I'm just moving people around.
you're good.
All right, Havros, you have been fleeing the cavern. Up ahead, you see several nymphs running your direction. What are you gonna do?
Uh-oh. Well, I guess I'll run the other way. Sprint. Take a sprint action and 4.
So as you run, you notice several imps kind of running up behind Cyclonin.
Oh boy. Well, that's all my movement.
All right. All right, Darcy. You can hear the person yelling for you to come this way. What are you gonna do? He is the noise is definitely coming from the other side of that rock.
We're gonna find out where the rock is, a lie or not. So we're gonna go over there. Ew, he is weird looking.
As you get closer, he points. He says, "Go past me. The wall isn't real. Go past me."
Alright.
All right. So you move past him through the wall and into another cavern with a different character to it. And as you look back, you can see through the wall one direction, even though you couldn't see through it the other.
Huh.
If you're attempting to get through Conglomerate, let me help you out there.
Thank you.
All right. Is that the end of your turn, or you still have movement left?
You know what? Screw it. We're trying to get out of here. Doop 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 doop.
Okay.
There.
All right. Hit end turn when you're ready. All right, Gizzard. You saw Darcy go right through the wall. What are you gonna do?
Well, that's nifty. I will join. Man, which ball, I say?
So where the guy's standing, he is gesturing through the wall. Just run past me. And then let me
Alright.
go ahead and move you through the wall. And
Wow.
you see, there you go. You see a new cavern on the other side. You can see through the wall clearly in this direction, but it was blocking your sight from the other view.
That's cool. I also run.
Okay, hit and turn when ready. All right,
Sweet.
Judge. So you saw Tavros run back past you toward the left, and you saw Cyclonen run to the right. You can see nymphs both south of you and to the right of you. What are you gonna do?
Okay, I see what's going on here. I see the strategy. Judge is going to move to right here. And he's going to be, oh, what's the move? What is that? Defense?
Dodge action?
Yeah, sort of like the dodge action, but to make sure, because I'm invisible, so if anybody's aiming this direction, they're aiming for Tavros, and I'll be able to try and shield that.
Yeah, so
I
if you
guess
take the dodge
dodge.
action, normally you would have advantage. So if they can see you, then dodge action will give you advantage. If they can't see you, then you would have advantage anyway.
Okay.
All right, hit and turn when ready.
And these people here, the nymphs down here, they're all going.
They're doing. Sorry, say that again.
They're going this direction.
They look like they're heading generally in the north, in the upward direction. They're probably pointed slightly right, but you can't be sure. That's just kind of the way the contour of the cave's going. That doesn't necessarily mean they intend to go that way. You don't know yet. Whereas these two, you do know for sure are going right.
All right. Yeah, I will stay.
Remember, Tavros just ran right past in their field of view, so they could very well go after Tavros.
Yeah, I kind of figured, which is why the invisible one's gonna be a foil.
But yeah, their body language isn't giving away if they're going after Tavros or not. However, you can give me an insight check if you really want to know.
All right. Actually, yes, I would like to do that. Sorry. Excuse me. Apologies. Normal. Oh,
Yeah, you can't tell. All right, hit and turn when ready.
All right, come on.
All right.
Okay, did that do it? All right.
All right, beginning of round 4. All right, Cyclonen, you can see that there are 2 nymphs that are closing in on your position from the right, and 2 nymphs closing on your position from the south. What are you going to do?
Yeah, running that direction's looking ugly. Out of curiosity, are any of these things shimmering, or are they all the look like
As
full
far
on-
as you
no.
can tell, they all look solid. You can give me a perception check, though, if you want to be extra sure.
Sure.
They're definitely solid.
Che lastima. Alright. That being the case, I think I am going to abruptly change direction. I'm going to hit turbo boost and use feline agility to rock the other direction. So
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. Whoops.
We'll
Move
assume that
100
you
feet.
did that other space to avoid the um, the attack. Attack for opportunity. No, never mind. They moved full movement, so it didn't matter. All right, go ahead. Oh no, sorry. Just keep going. I'm
Oh.
confusing myself.
Yeah,
now.
I think that's
They would have gotten it,
Yeah.
but I'm going to assume you took the way around it.
yeah, because I thought I was going straight over and then cut over. Maybe I miscounted it, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I got it.
Okay, 30, 35, 40. Jeez,
You definitely hear the yelling coming from this direction.
50, 55, 60.
It's coming from here.
75, 85, 90.
And as you get closer, the figure, you can hover over him at this point, so you can see him, is gesturing through the wall. And you notice that you don't see Darcy, you don't see Gizzard. Move past me!
Okay, so I'm at 100. Let's see. Jeez, 10. I think that gets me to about here. And just for the heck of it, I'm going to go ahead and use a bonus action to drop an echo at 15 feet, which I will then move. Oh, actually, I'll leave it right there.
Okay,
That's
so
my
you're going to
turn.
end in that square?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right. You notice one of the imps runs up, and she looks at Tavros, but then she shakes her. She kind of shakes her head, and her eyes gleam, and then she looks at Judge and attacks. However, Judge took a defensive action, which means that even though her attack isn't inhibited by the invisibility, she still has disadvantage. So the first one is a 17, and the second one is a 18. So do either of those hit, Judge?
Nope, AC 23.
Okay. Alrighty, so they saw Cyclonin run, they saw Tavros run, so it's clear what they're going to do. 3, 4, and they see Judge and will attack. The dodge action lasts for until Judge's next turn, which means that they still have disadvantage.
Because there's a lot of them.
So a lot of misses. The heck? Why is it? Okay, that's weird. Okay, there she is. So just gonna stop right there and attack. Let's see if she misses as well. Probably because of the disadvantage. Nope. She hits both times. And the damage is still broken, so I'll do it manually. So you take a total of 21 force damage. Judge.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Okay. Wait a second. What was the AC again? I'd lost audio there for a moment. I didn't
She
hear
got a
what was going on.
27 and a 32. So the total was 21 damage for summed up both attacks.
What is it? 23. I can reaction shield for 28 AC.
For what? So what does your shield give you?
Shield gives me +5, and Blade Song gives me plus my intelligence bonus, so that's 28 total. For
Okay,
my,
so the
AC.
27 misses then, which means you take the second round of damage. So that is going to be 3, 4, 5, 8 points of damage. The bigger hit was first. It's a good thing you can click on the total to get the dice, so then I could look at what it would have been. So that's nice.
Nice. Okay.
All right.
30. So 8 points
Okay.
total.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. So did you get that damage, that total?
8 points. I just
Okay, good. All right, Tavros,
just
you can see that the nymphs are closing in. You can see that that Judge has already taken some damage from them, and so far he's taken the brunt of their attacks for some reason. So what are you going to do?
I can't actually see Judge. Where is
It's
his?
because he's invisible. He's not invisible
okay.
to them, but he is invisible to you.
Right. All right.
But you can see the attacks kind of lancing your direction and hitting something in front of you. So you're guessing the Judge is to your right.
Yep. Yep. All
the
right.
magical nature of their attacks. You can see a glassy, shimmery form just on the flash.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna sprint away. And can I see where the person was?
You can hear he's still yelling. It's coming from this direction. You can also see Clasoda's clone, I believe.
Yeah.
He's this way. And once you get close enough to see him, you can hover over him to get a closer look. He is wildly gesturing through the wall as if it's not there, saying, "Go past me." Okay, do you have enough movement to go further?
I have 15 movement left.
All right, 1, 2. So you got one.
Oh.
You got one more square.
Hey.
You went right through the wall. You notice that you can see out of the wall just fine, but you couldn't see through it from the other direction.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Turn when ready.
Yep.
Oops. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she is going to shoot at Judge. Who still has advantage. So that's a miss. And a miss. All right, Darcy, you can see that the others have started piling in. So what are you gonna do?
Oh, good. This way. I hope this isn't a dead end. Otherwise, we will have big problem. And she's gonna head on down and keep moving because there are bad guys the other way direction.
Okay. So as you progress down the cave, you notice that there are a large number of steps, and you seem to be going lower and lower. You can go ahead and stop when it gets black. That's basically as far as you can go for now, and we'll catch up once everybody else does. But anyway, it keeps going lower and lower, and you can tell it's getting slightly warmer as you go. Go ahead and hit enter when you're ready.
Down the earth. Yep. Yeah.
All right. All right. All right, Gizzard, you saw Darcy run past, so what are you going to do?
I will join.
Okay. Once you get to the black, just go ahead and stop there. That's as far as you go.
Oh, okay, cool.
Where Darcy is.
Yeah, 9 there.
And then hit intern when you're ready.
Cool.
All right, Judge. You notice that they were able to successfully attack you. However, due to your defensive posture, it was very difficult for them to hit you. However, they're definitely coming your direction in numbers. So what are you gonna do?
Okay. All right. This is what I'm gonna do, just to mess with everybody. They can see me, so I'm gonna smile, and I'm going to take 2 steps back. Come on. Respawn.
Okay.
And then I am going to use my last 2nd level cast web right across.
Okay. You should be able to do a measuring template thingy.
Okay, I'm trying. It's just giving me the cube. It's not necessarily what I wanted, but I'm going to try and put it close because I don't know how to rotate or anything.
It does say any 5 foot. Okay, hold on. 20-foot cube is what it says. So that it is a cube because that's what it is.
Okay, can I rotate it 45 degrees? Because that would match up with the. Well, never mind. I'll put
Yeah,
it
I don't
here.
think
This
so.
will work
I think it's
good
just a
enough.
cube.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work. That definitely covers that area. All right, so now I know who to roll the saving throw for, and the DC is 16. Oh, they all get stuck in the cube. So let me see. Cursed, restrained. There we go. Oh, it won't let me do that. All right. So from what I remember, it does say it difficult. It's difficult terrain, and they secure the area. If they start, then they have to make a dexterity save. They're unsafe. They're restrained as long as it remains, or until it breaks free, and then they can make a strength check against it to break free. Okay. All right. So is that the end of your
And
turn?
since we're in a cave, it's the walls, the floor, and the ceiling, so it's secured on all 4 sides.
Yeah, so basically, the way it's supposed to work is that you can break free, and once you break free, then you can move freely unless you end your turn in the unless you start your turn in the web. So it doesn't constantly catch you like I'd run it before. So it's not quite that good, but it's still good enough to restrain them for now. So definitely a good job there. Is that the end of your turn?
And it's visually obscured, right? Like they can't see.
It
through
lightly
very clearly.
obscures. So they
Okay,
can't see
alright,
through
so-
it, but they get you get a penalty, I believe, if or disadvantage on perception checks, that kind of thing. So, but they can still see through it to some degree.
Okay, and in that case, I've moved 10 feet. I'm gonna move another 30 feet. Which will get me there.
Oh, and how long does it last?
Concentration for up to a minute. I
Up
believe?
to 1 hour, yeah. Okay.
Up to an hour. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's all the farther I get with that. And I look at the fortunate son and I say, "Well, go on. I'll keep him busy."
You hear from the other person, the person standing there. He says, "They can't follow us. Just move past me." And he gestures through the wall.
Yeah, I don't have the ability to
Well, that's fine.
Or, yeah.
All right,
Jeremy,
hey,
I'm gonna have to sorry to interrupt, head out here, but if you want to just move me with the party or just keep me going,
okay,
in
fair
that
enough.
direction.
All right. Well, good luck. And before you go, I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but obviously next Saturday is Christmas Eve, and obviously we'll be busy doing Christmas stuff. And the following Saturday, unfortunately, I'm going to be in Austria, so I won't be available. The next game won't be until let me see, the 7th. So January 7th will be the next game. I was going to mention that to everybody, but Shane, since you're leaving, it's probably good to know that.
All right. Good to know. All right. Take care, guys.
All right.
Bye, Shane.
Bye.
12, okay. Oops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And she sees the web. 11, 12, but she's going to try to get through it anyway. And then she'll make that, she'll have to make that saving throw, so she'll do that now. She fails, so she is restrained in the web. Alright. Round 5. 1, 2. Alright, so she might be restrained. Let's find out. She is. These guys apparently aren't good at dodging webs. All right, Cyclonin, you can see that everybody but Judge has passed through. The figure is gesturing through the wall, saying, "Go past me." However, you don't see Judge at the moment. You have no idea where he is. Actually, I take that back.
You did hear
Judge,
him yell.
you heard probably running, so you know he's somewhere this direction, but you can't see him.
And you did hear me yell.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and step on through.
Okay, I'll go ahead and move you through. So moving through takes two squares of movement, and you can finish up. You see Tavros on the other side. You don't see the others. What you do see is a cavern that kind of winding around. You can see steps are carved into it, and it is sloping downward steeply.
Let's see. That would have been what, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Whoops. Turn off my character sheet. 50. Wait a minute. Yeah, whatever we'll call that, 60. And you can delete my echo because I'm out of range now.
Okay. Fair enough. In which case, Judge, you would see the echo disappear. All right, so it's now the nymph's turn. So she is going to make a strength check or strength save. No, it's a check. And she does make it. So she's no longer restrained. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, but
Can I use a
it's still
reaction?
rough terrain, though. So it's still rough terrain. Okay, so what are you doing?
I was thinking of just laying it in, but yeah, I'll leave it as that. Sorry. I
Alright,
won't
no
use
problem.
my
So
reaction.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oops, I moved the wrong one. Okay, I'll just move the other one instead. So that was weird. All right.
I was gonna say she
save,
moved pretty far
check for
past.
her. They were next to each other. Doesn't make any difference.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No, I
she
thought
fails.
I thought with the rough terrain, this one here wouldn't have gotten that far.
She dashed. So it took four squares of movement to get out, but she also dashed.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 12. All right, so she goes in. All right, so I'll go ahead and make the save. All right, so she gets restrained. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go ahead and make the save. Oops, sorry.
Wow,
She
there are a
fails.
lot of the.
So she's really restrained. She's practically rolling in it. Alright, and Tavros, he is just going to run with the group and go to the end there. He should have enough movement to make it. Alright, strength check. Here we come. She did not make it. Alright, Darcy, you probably are going to continue down the cave. We'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and skip your turn unless there's anything special you wanted to do. Other than just
No, I'm
keep
just
moving.
gonna keep going.
Yep.
Keep it going.
That's what I thought. No problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. She gets to make the save. And she makes it. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Unfortunately, she ends her turn in it, which means she has to make the save again. Next turn. All right, Gizzard, I'm assuming you're just going to keep moving.
Correct.
All right, Judge. You can see that they're starting to get through your web, even though it did slow them down a bit. So what are you going to do?
I am going to add insult to injury. I'm going to move over here to this guy.
He's
Right
wildly
where,
gesturing through the wall.
Yes. I'm going to turn back, and I am going to cast Firebolt
Can you
at
actually...
my web.
Oh, at your web. Okay.
Well, actually, I can see this person, and this person,
Okay.
and this person, and this person in the corner. But I'm going to light my web on fire so everybody in the web will burn.
Okay, yeah, 2d4 damage. So go ahead and just roll your damage. 2d4.
Okay. Oh, wait, is it just 2d4? You don't want me to roll the firebolt damage? I
If
can't
you're
technically
aiming at
see that
somebody
one.
particular, you can do that. But if you want to make sure you catch the web on fire, then yeah, you're just hitting your web. So that would just be the fire damage.
All right, just fire damage. If I hit one of these, then it still does.
Yeah, theoretically. But if you miss, then it could go through your web.
Okay, in
Meaning
that case, I'll
it,
just,
it won't necessarily catch your web on fire unless you hit. All right, they all take 4 damage. It looks like.
and it takes 2 rounds for the fire or for the web to burn away, right? So this is basically a big wall of fire for 2 rounds, and I will finish going.
Okay, so let me apply the damage, and then I will get to you. Okay, so you go through the wall, and do you have any movement left, or is that it?
Oh, wait a second. I had
So 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you move 6 squares.
All right, and I've got 40 feet of.
So you have 2 more.
Okay.
All right. As you get through, I'm going to go ahead and end the combat here, because as you get through, you notice that the person starts kind of walking towards you guys, and you also notice that the sounds of pursuit. You can hear the sound approach the wall, and then you hear the sounds of them moving away. And the person says, "They cannot come through here. Follow me." And he kind of leads you down the cave. So I have to take a quick break. So so I'll be back in about 5 minutes. The dog is complaining, and maybe he's hungry or not. I'm not sure. I'll figure that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause it for now, and then we'll resume in 5 minutes.
Sounds good.
Okay. I was waiting for everybody else to get out of the way. I didn't realize it was going to take me 2 rounds to catch up.
Guess so, huh?
There were a lot of those freaking things. They
Yeah,
looked
this guy
real.
looks
They didn't
very strange.
look very shimmery.
Yeah. This man is
He
an
looks
interesting
creepy.
look.
I don't like him.
Maybe he's just deformed from experiments done to him. Or not
Yeah, I
like
don't know.
experiments, but you get what I'm saying.
Or
Things done
maybe
to
he
him.
was just like, I mean, he lives in the caves pretty clearly. Maybe he's just been down here too long.
Yeah. I guess my point is he's probably down here because he escaped them or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe he's down here because they escaped from him.
Yeah, he does look pretty
Another
ominous.
option. Yeah.
Well, he is eating.
Who is it, Gabe? Is he being weird?
Yeah. He's old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of taken to barking when he's in distress or he wants something. In
Yeah,
this
that
case,
makes sense.
apparently was hungry.
That's fair.
That's how it be.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a bit more of a whiny bark than his old 8-bit bark.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it, actually.
He did sound like he had a computer-generated bark.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, getting a look at the excuse me, getting a look at the way out. There were so many enemies in the way. I did not see a good way through. We'd have had to try to force the way through multiple enemies, and yeah, I couldn't even see a practical way to use my echo to get past them. So
Yeah, it's probably good we went the way we did.
All right. So as I mentioned before, the nymphs did not seem to follow you into the cave. You're not exactly sure why, but the person kind of leading you along the way seems to be moving calmly and seems confident in that. And as you move, he kind of leans over and looks at you, and he says, "You're not the normal fare they bring in here. Oh, what are you doing here?"
Well, how to explain?
We
Uh,
realized that they were consuming these people, and we decided to do something about it. Turns out that we were over our heads.
Oh, I see. So you're protectors of humans.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard to say that. Yeah, sometimes.
I see. Well, I have seen them bring people in before, and we've let others down this way as well. A few only, because they cannot come this way. But we cannot be out in the open, of course.
Who's we?
Oh, my brethren, you will meet them soon.
Okay.
Where's Judge?
He's still invisible, but you can probably hear his footsteps nearby.
He cast a firebolt.
Oh, okay. In that case, let me fix that. He should be uninvisible now. All right, so you continue down the cave, and you notice that it turns from this single passageway into a maze of passages, going every which direction, and you would probably be totally lost at this point, but the person leading you along seems to be confident in the direction. But looking around, you can't help but think that finding your way out of this would be quite difficult. After a few minutes, you start to notice that on occasion there's some white flecks on the ground and little white chunks as well, fairly small. And it is getting warmer as you descend. Do you do anything as you're moving?
I'm gonna take a look at, or maybe try picking up one of these white chunks.
Okay, you go and you lean over and you pick it up, and you examine it, and you're pretty sure it's a piece of bone, a small piece of bone.
Is there something going on with the lights?
I don't think so. Do you see something weird?
Yeah, just some sort of, I don't know, weird effect cutting everybody in half.
Yeah, that's just because you're right there at the edge, and that's cutting your character because there's a wall there.
Okay.
Because there's more, anyway. So you continue to descend. Does anybody else say or do anything as you descend?
There's something else I'm curious about with the bone, since you said it was chunks. Looking at it, I mean, what's the nature of the breaks? Do these things look like they might have been crushed or snapped? Like any evidence something chewed on them?
Okay, so yeah, from what you can tell, it looks like some bones were smashed, possibly stepped on, maybe a hammer or a rock, something of that nature.
One other thing I'm going to do is, now that I'm on the alert with the bones, I'm also going to try to pay attention for anything that's not bones from a body, blood, hair, skin, any sort of gore. I just want to make sure whether it's just purely bone or if there's evidence that other body parts have ended up here.
Okay, you don't see anything obvious, but go ahead and give me a perception check. Okay, as you're moving along, you see a kind of a small patch of blood, dried blood, along the cave floor near one of the walls, near one of the it'd be near one of the passageways that goes off a different direction.
So
So what happens to the people you bring down here? How do they escape?
Oh, are you standing near the blood, or are you just asking? Are you,
I'm
you know,
just
are you
asking in the
gesturing towards
abstract.
something? Go
I'm
ahead.
just gonna talk to the guy.
Yeah, what I mean is, are you going to talk to him like, are you going to be pointing at the blood or anything, or are you just talking regular?
No, I'm just asking. Yeah, the
Oh, okay.
people that he brings down here. How did they escape?
Well, well, you see, there are many caves that under this area, and a few, as he gestures off, randomly at one of the passages, leads back to the surface. Although few but our kind know exactly which ones. But this is how we ourselves get to the surface from time to time. Although we prefer we prefer it down here. Okay. Anything else along the journey?
I do plan to kind of carefully scrutinize him. Does he look like he is or was human?
That is a good question, and he does look almost human, but his skin is much more of a gray color, and his eyes, you can see, have basically like thick cataracts. You know, where he can see a little bit, but he's mostly blind. So you get the feeling that if he was human at one point, or if his group was human at one point, either it was a long time ago, or they were changed by magic.
Ooh.
All right. So as you proceed, you start to notice a kind of an orange light, and I'm going to go ahead and move you to the next section. Come on. Anyway, so he leads you down into these caves that kind of open up, and as you really feel the heat now, and you can kind of see this flickering orange light, and you hear what sounds almost like something flowing and moving to the right side, and you sound. Sometimes you hear some sizzling, and then if you look straight ahead, you see along one of the rocks a pile of bones, long bleached. So what do you do?
So, how long have your kind been down here and helping others?
We have been here for many, many years. We have lost track of time long ago. We are the Katakos. And up ahead, straight ahead, where the light fades, come this way. It is where you'll be safe. There's a passage I want to show you. It will lead you to safety. And he starts walking to the south. And to the right, you can see the cave kind of opens up, and you can see bright magma flowing, and you can see some sort of lake of magma, and it looks like it'd be difficult to get much closer to it than you are now, but yet another one that looks very similar to the one leading the way, standing right next to it as if it's normal. And you see, of course, more bones. Come, follow me. This way. and he
Why
continues
is-
to lead you south.
Why is there piles of bones here?
Well, like I said, we don't often want to go to the surface, and so those unfortunate enough who do not make it, their remains are kept here for some time. Eventually, we will place them within the magma to burn away, but the gods have ordained that we cannot do that very often.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Yeah.
He as he's telling you this, you see him kind of moving his hands and kind of gesturing to the south. There's nothing particular in his demeanor other than that to really pick up on, though. Come. What do you do?
I trust him.
Let's see, which way did he
Follow.
go?
He's down here.
Yeah, he didn't actually have to help us at all, so yeah.
Magma looks cool.
Thanks.
Very bright. Yeah.
And he stops at this corner and he says, "Well, you may wish to freshen up a bit before we're going this way." And he points along the purely south passage. But if you proceed to the right here, you will see a pool of water. You can use it to refresh yourselves if you wish before you move on.
I have been in enough pools of water recently. I don't know if I need more pools of water. I don't trust them anymore.
As you look to the southeast, you see more massive bones, and to the south you see a cave, a room positively full of them. And you see someone kind of sitting next to the bones, almost like he's praying. And then you see another who is near a pool, kind of splashing his face. And the pool itself seems to be a fairly shallow and relatively small pool, but nevertheless you can kind of see it bubbling up from below.
Does it seem like clean water?
From what you can see, it seems pretty clean.
I'll use my hand and I'll take a little sip.
You're gonna use what?
I'm gonna use my hand to scoop up and take a little sip.
Okay, you take a sip. It's surprisingly cool given how hot it is down here, and it has a kind of mineral spring water taste.
And as soon as you pull both hands out, you die.
You don't die.
I'll go ahead and take a larger drink.
Hold on one moment.
Gotta say, I'm impressed with that microphone.
Yeah,
For real.
Is he aware that that's still on there?
Sorry, I had to step away. The
You're good.
dog was still hungry. All right,
Just
so
pull the whole
Tyler, were you
bag.
trying to say something? You drink in the water, and then that was the last I got.
Yeah, I was gonna. They were just teasing me about not trusting water, but yeah, I'll go ahead and drink. These people seem on the level so far. I mean, they didn't have to help us at all.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for signs
religion and
of
rituals
struggle.
might be odd. Their religion and rituals might be odd at the moment, but I'm sure we'll understand in time.
Okay. Cyclone, you're keeping an eye out for struggle. What do you mean by that?
Signs of struggle, like you know, anything like any sort of I don't know, scrapes, weapon marks.
Old splattered blood.
You look around, you definitely see the bones. These bones don't seem to be broken like the other ones. Nothing obvious comes to mind. If you want to give me a perception check, you can, though.
Okay.
So while he's doing that, Gizzard and Darcy, are you doing anything?
Darcy would also be kind of looking at the bones, kind of checking out the living space. Ugh,
Yeah.
ugh, that was a yawn.
Okay.
Living space of these people, and again, it's like y'all have bones everywhere. This is super sus. But so far nothing bad's happened. But I don't know.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check as well, then.
Okay, there. Percy. No, I don't notice anything. You know what? A cave's a cave. Whatever.
There are bones. You do notice that, and it's hot. Those are the things you notice.
It's
Sweaty
all
in here. Where's
just-
that water source?
It
It
is
is all just too dirty for you.
down here, where
I would like.
you saw where Gizzard is. You saw Judge move past Gizzard.
Oh, look, more bones.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I would
Cyclone
observe this
is-
massive pile.
The thing you notice is you don't notice any particular signs of struggle with the bones, but there's two things you notice. The first thing you notice is that these are most definitely human bones. However, these guys look mostly human, so that you're not sure if that's an issue. The second thing you notice is kind of scrapings along the stairs here, almost as if something is kind of dragged up the stairs, perhaps. And then he says, freshen up, and we will go this way. He steps forward and kind of points in this direction toward a cave you may see to the south.
I'll wait until everybody else is done their exploring by the water.
I would like to observe this pile of bones and just look through it, but without touching them.
Okay, give me a perception check then.
I'm gonna give myself advantage actually with the ability. I forget what it's
Okay,
called.
just roll again then. And Darcy, the water is definitely down here. You can see Judge drinking from it. Gizzard, as you're looking through the bones, you too realize that these are definitely human bones. The other thing you realize is you can see bits of cloth in this pile, and you think you recognize the style. It looks somewhat reminiscent of some of the clothing you saw people wearing at the watchtowers.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna relay that information to my group.
How are you going to do that? Are you just going to say it out loud, or are you going to actually go
No,
up to
I'm
people
gonna-
and whisper?
I guess I'll just tell Cyclone. Cyclone is right next to him. But I guess they're all over, so never mind. I'll tell Cyclone. Silently. I won't be very obvious about it.
Okay. Fair enough. You start whispering to Cyclonin. You're trying not to be obvious, so go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Sure.
Okay,
Alright,
it's not. It is obvious that you're whispering to Cyclonin, although you're pretty sure they can't hear what you're saying.
Alright, that's fine then.
And Darcy, you're at the pool of water. What are you going to do, if anything?
I'm gonna ask Judge, like, so how does it taste?
Yeah, it is very mineral water, but it is clean and cool. I actually reach into my backpack and pull out my mug. Just kind of dip the mug in and then offer it over.
Truly a fool's drink.
Break out my stein and get myself some mead.
Water? Who wants that? Yeah, she'll take it and she'll take a sip.
Okay, yeah, it tastes like clean mineral water. And it's surprisingly cool, considering how hot it is down here. And the person kind of standing next to the water kind of looks at you two, and he says, "Oh, you're not humans. I'm surprised they let you in the caves."
They did not.
Yeah, we might not have asked permission.
Oh, you were rescued then. Well,
Yes, they did help get us out, but
you should stay away from the nymphs. They, let's just say they don't take kindly to those in their cave.
yeah, we realized that the hard way. We might have picked a
So,
fight with a few.
he scratches his head. Did they bring you in? No, you said without their permission, right? So, why would you enter?
They were killing peoples. It was decided amongst our group that we might want to stop them from their murderous ways. And apparently we bit off more than we could be chewing. So your friend helped us out of a bit of a situation. We are appreciative. We now just would like to get out of these caves and perhaps get some rest. And thank you for the refreshing waters.
Oh. Well, those nymphs, they are more powerful than they appear. But they can't come down here. These caves, they have a special enchantment on them from the gods themselves that prevents them from entering.
So I
But it
walk
doesn't-
up.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
It doesn't prevent you, I see. Which god do you work for, godlings?
I think you could say we are self-employed.
I work for none other than my own godhood, and I have not been under the thumb for quite
So
a time.
godlings roam the world now of their own free will?
It would appear so.
That can't. He kind of looks confused for a moment, and he says,
Well,
"But
much as it was with the nymphs, our presence here was not by choice.
Helios would never allow it. But maybe he is dead." And then you see him smile. You see the guy smile. Maybe Helios is dead. Maybe it is time. Atheros will rise. Maybe. Are you the servants of Atheros? Do you seek?
Well,
Do you seek Erminig?
Oh,
Oh,
kinda.
we
kinda.
are strangers in this land, and we do not know many things.
Well, if you seek
And
Erminig,
Judge just kind of reaches over and offers a berry out of a small handful of berries as we're talking.
sorry, he offers what?
A berry out of a small handful as we're talking with this guy. You know, I took some of his water and gonna offer him a
Oh,
berry.
okay, sure. So yeah, he takes the berry, he looks at it, and then pops it in his mouth and chews it. Oh, good. Well, let me offer you something in return. Avoid Drebus. If you are servants of Athros, Drebus is, they're having a bit of a scuffle now, from what I understand.
Over what?
I don't know. These gods, they fight over anything.
Yeah.
But I do know that that Athros, he has regained his control over Kakitas, the river to the underworld, of course.
Oh, of course.
Drebos, he attempted to gain more control of the underworld than it is his right, through trickery and death. What were we talking about again? Ah, yes. And he sits down and then drinks more of the water. Well, I suppose you must be leaving soon.
Yes. Thank you for talking with us and for letting us rest and refresh ourselves.
As I take another swig from the Stein, I'm gonna ask, so we have seen that the humans here are fearful of non-humans. How do the ones that you rescue react?
Oh, yes. The humans, they are most fearful. Some will try to run down random passages and flee. Sometimes they're hurt in the process. But ultimately, they see the wisdom in escaping from the nymphs once they understand what's really going on. Or they don't, and then they die.
Oh.
Well, some die anyway. He scratches his head. Can't be helped.
How exactly did all these bones get here in the first place? Like, over how... I just don't understand how there's these massive piles everywhere.
Are you
What is
asking somebody
causing
that?
this? Yeah, the one I'm
okay.
we're all talking to, I suppose. I'll go around him, sorry.
Okay. He says, well, these piles, as you say, they aren't all recent. Many, many bones, over many, many years. We only feed them to the lava on occasions.
Feed them. That's
So
interesting.
they pile up over a great many years worth of time, and then all at once, when the ceremonies and religious rites allow, they dump them all into the fire at once to get rid of them. Sort of like spring cleaning once a year, but never dusting any other time.
Yeah. That's interesting.
But yes, these are the unfortunates who have died. There are many. And many more will die. That is the circle of life, as they say. Those go to the underworld. They go to Ormanig, where they seek out and find their final judgments. And as you talk, the first one walks up, and you notice by now that not a single one of them has bothered to mention a name. And you haven't heard them call each other anything either. And so the one that kind of led you down kind of walks up. Are you ready to leave, or are you still resting?
I take one last drink, finishing everything off, and I just say quietly to the group, I'm ready if we all are. Perhaps we should just seek our exit and
I agree
take
with
a
that.
rest.
I agree. I would like to find civilization again.
And I tire of watching you touch that water. It is making me uneasy.
I stopped touching the water. I started using the mug. Darcy had it for a while.
Yep, she sipped on it, thought
So-
about it, sipped on it again.
So, as you move forward, Cyclonin, you notice that you start getting lightheaded. And the figure behind you, he says, careful, the air is lighter here, or different, shall we say. Move slowly. What do you do?
Guess I'll take his advice.
And he leads you forward, and one of the other figures kind of steps out of the way, and he says, there, the cave. And just as he gestures to it, you find yourself suddenly kind of leaning against the wall, kind of dizzy. Move slowly. The air is thinner here. As you come
Interesting.
around, Judge, you notice that Cyclonan's kind of leaning against the wall, and
Alright.
probably righting himself about now. But you can definitely tell he looks wobbly.
Where did the tokens move to?
What's up, Brosnan?
Where are the tokens? I'm very confused.
Oh, you mean the rest of the group?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you. Hold on, let me move you. There you go. Can you see him now?
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right, Judge, what are you doing?
Taking a look at what's going on, I don't know if I need to make a quick insight check. Does a Fortunate Son look like he's actually ready to collapse, or is this just what
He
they
looks
say
like
it is,
he's.
thin air?
He looks like he's dizzy. Almost like imagine you're climbing a mountain and the air's thin and you're having trouble breathing.
I like to think that I am pretty able-bodied. But this seems like it would be awfully difficult for a normal mortal to pass through.
And just as she says that, you notice that Cyclonin falls to the ground. He seems to be sleeping.
Uh-oh. Sleep?
And Judge, you notice you're feeling a little lightheaded right now. And he says, "Oh, help me carry him." And you see another of the figures kind of go on the other side, and together they start picking up Cyclonin with surprising ease and continuing to move forward.
Can I take a quick but heavy breath and try and go grab Cyclonin?
Yep. So you're
Is
going
that
to take
too
a breath
much?
and you're going to hold your breath?
Yeah.
Okay, so you run up to go grab Cyclonin. So you
Well-
probably get to about here. And the one on the other side, he says, "It's okay. We have him. We're going that way." And he gestures toward the cave to the south. "Just come along." What do you do, Judge?
I make a grunt, and I move around to grab my friend, and I point towards towards the other direction. I point towards this way.
All right. You see that they are moving forward. Just come along. It is okay. All right. How are you going to attempt to pull them away?
I don't necessarily want to do this. I have to. Crap. All right. Releasing my breath, I cast Vortex Warp.
Okay.
And I take Closodith, I take Cyclonin and place him right here.
Okay.
And then I just point back in that direction. Now I've expended my breath. And I'm not being aggressive. I'm not trying to push them or anything because I don't think we're in a position. But I point back to this way.
All right. So yeah. So you probably get back to about over here. Go ahead and since you're specifically trying to get out, go ahead and give me a con save.
Hold on a second. And I might put something on it.
Okay.
Just normal advantage.
Yeah, it's normal con save.
Yep, I'm gonna put a +10 on that.
A +10. Where does that come from?
Oh, sorry, +4. Why'd I say +10? No.
Okay.
Hold
So
on a second, hold on.
you put a +4 in there, which gives you a 14. That's correct, right?
Yes.
Okay.
When you make you +2 bonus to your AC or +4 bonus to a saving throw. Yeah, that's my deflection.
All right. So you start moving out, and you start climbing the stairs, and you're having trouble. You're having trouble concentrating. You find yourself feeling dizzy, and once you kind of reach start climbing the stairs, you wind up collapsing into a sleep. And
Is it right here next to Gizzard?
yeah.
Can I collapse into his shoulder?
Yeah. If Gizzard, are you going to kind of grab onto him?
Yeah.
All right. So where are you going to move him to?
I'm gonna move him back to the rest of the group back here.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and move you back there. There you go. Since you had to move him. All right. So you move him, and you see the figure kind of trying to lead you walk back, and he says, "I see the air is not. You're not taking to the air very well. Well, no matter. We can carry you. What of you?" And he points at you, Darcy. Do you you wish us for us to carry you too?
I don't know. How far is it?
It is not too far. Maybe 10 minutes.
10 minutes with low air. I don't. How often do people survive the trip?
Oh, you will survive the trip. It is different air, but it is still air.
I don't think that answers the question.
Exactly.
No, what?
Gaseous.
What was the question then?
Will I survive? If I cannot breathe and I get lightheaded and we keep going, won't I die from that?
We will arrive in 10 minutes, and when we do, you will be alive.
The phrasing has me questioning it.
Yeah, I can't say anything because I'm asleep, but gaseous chlorine is technically a type of air. It's different. Doesn't mean you can breathe it.
We will take you, and we will carry you. And when we arrive, then you won't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, okay,
Like,
this is not helping
That just sounds so ominous.
Exactly.
It's tight on this guy. You don't have to worry. Yeah, no, dead people don't. Dead people don't have to worry about anything.
All right.
I'm gonna insight this guy. God, guy's gonna go upstairs more. His interaction with people aren't great.
Wait,
Okay.
maybe I'll phrase it differently. The air won't kill you.
That's
Okay, the air won't kill you. We will, is what I get from that. I'm not saying that out
My
loud.
insight's garbage. You know what? We have inspiration on myself. Do better.
Okay.
Well, if Gizzard is, if you and Gizzard want to talk about it and whatnot,
Yeah.
you could
we're
basically
gonna have a
roll help each
discussion.
other, so you can take the help action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's help each other. It's like, let us discuss this. We are hesitant. Our friends are asleep and we do not all wish to be vulnerable.
No.
So, Darcy already rolled, so Gizzard, this would be you rolling
Gotcha.
with advantage.
Okay, sweet. What is the roll again?
Insight.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
you're trying to
because-
get a read on this
Yeah.
guy and
Gotcha.
whether he's being vague on purpose or that kind of thing, right?
Oh.
Okay. So, you get the sense that they really want to take you. And you get the sense that, at least by the literal definition, he is telling the truth in the sense that the air won't kill you. You also get the sense that he's almost desperate to take you down there.
Uh-huh. That makes it worse. I don't trust this. What do we
Please,
do?
come. We will carry you if needed. You want to
Okay.
escape the nymphs, yes?
Well, okay, before we escape the dips, why do you want to help us in the first place?
We are only doing what we are bid by our god.
And what is it you're doing exactly?
We are helping you to get away from the nymphs.
Get away to where?
Elsewhere.
Uh-huh.
Where
Guys.
does this lead? Does this lead to the surface?
There are, excuse me. There are passages that lead to the surface, as I explained before. We sometimes take them to go ourselves.
Is this one of those passages?
It leads to passages that go to the surface, yes.
just
I
buy
don't know
some
what's
time
leaking.
and wake him up, and then
Yeah.
try to see if you can just pass through the air. Like if you could find a spell to help you resist, I don't know, methane, which is what I assume you're just walking through. But I don't know.
Let's all try. We can try what we can. Come on. I don't think I have it. Let's see. No. Got nothing that could help with that. Well, hold on. There's sleepy time. Would lesser restoration wake them up?
It might. You're not sure. It might.
Okay. Oh, besides tasting good, did the water do anything?
Not that you can tell, it just tasted like mineral water.
Boo. Can I try to wake them up manually?
The warriors awaken.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You can try to wake them up manually. Who are you going to try to wake up?
I'm gonna try to wake a Judge first since I'm right in front of him.
Okay, so what are you doing to wake him up?
Shake and then backhand him.
Yeah.
Okay, you start backhanding him. You shake him. Judge.
I'm gonna be nice at first, but if that doesn't work, we're gonna go full pan slap.
Okay, so you're slapping him. Judge, go ahead and give me a con check.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I get the option of waking up with the gentle first, or
No,
is
you
it
don't.
straight to the slap?
You're being slapped right now.
Okay. Constitution, you said?
Yes. It's a check.
No, ability check.
You slap him, but after a while, it's just not working.
Well, time to smack up the cat.
All right, Gizzard, are you trying to wake up Cyclone at the same time, or are you
Yeah.
just letting Darcy handle it?
No, I'll try and wake
No,
him
I
up.
can just let me beat everybody up. That'll be fine. I get my
Okay.
frustration out on you guys.
All right, fine. Let's do it.
All right, I want to switch you guys places so you can be right there beating him up. All right, so you're slapping the cat. Cyclone, go ahead and give me a con check. And meanwhile, while you're doing this, he's saying, "Don't hurt your friends. We can carry them. It is no problem. Let's go."
I do not like them being away. In case anything happens, I don't like them being asleep.
Oh, don't worry.
said
They
it.
will be fine.
You said a con check, not a save?
That's right.
They need hurting. How dare they nap in our time of
Okay,
need?
Cyclonin, as you come to, you find yourself being slapped by Darcy. You find yourself groggy and lightheaded, but awake. And your face is hurting.
Oh,
Finally.
I do not remember the mead being that strong.
It wasn't. It was the air.
That is good, because I like that mead.
Ah, your friend is awake. Are you ready? We can carry you if needed.
The judge seems to be...
Oh,
He is
he'll be
passed up
fine.
as well.
We'll carry him.
Okay, why do you insist? I don't know. This is confusing. My brain is hurting.
Well, it is simple. The amount of time you can stay here is limited. We must hurry.
Why?
Because it has been ordained we must move.
What has been
Yeah.
ordained again?
We must
I
help you
think I missed
escape.
that part.
I have an idea if we can wake up Judge.
What's the idea?
Well, the problem is that we do not all wish to be vulnerable at the same time, yes?
Yes.
So, if we can wake him up, I do seem to remember he has a familiar. So, what if one of us, I am thinking myself for this, returns to the entrance with his familiar? I then make my best effort to escape, with the familiar in hand. At some point, assuming Judge is awake, he can summon his familiar back. If he is able to do so, then his familiar should be able to confirm that I am still alive. If his familiar has died and he is not able to resummon it, then it is safe to say I have died. If I manage to make it out in one piece, then that should mean that it is easier to justify the risk. Or alternately, if we've given it enough time, perhaps we can make another attempt to escape the cave, hoping that the nymphs have returned to whatever they're doing. They are probably not accustomed to people making return trips after they escape.
This
That's a good
sounds
point.
reasonable. You go with them, with familiar. You make it to other side, we will know.
We just have to wake up Judge here.
I tried slapping, it don't work. Oh, maybe water. Get water, pour on head.
Smart.
That sounds like a good idea indeed. Alright, I will contaminate my stein. I'm gonna go ahead and
If
go over.
anything, it clean it.
Unless you handed it back to me, Darcy, you're still holding a full mug full of water.
No, that's her sparkling water. She's not giving that up. That's her water bottle.
Alright.
Oh, you just kept my
She's
stein
been
for your water
sipping on
bottle?
that. She's just been sipping on that this whole time. Like, this is the diva who's been handed her water bottle. That's her water bottle. You don't get it back.
Alright, so I come back, make sure that my stein doesn't have any more meat in it. And then I go ahead and scoop up full stein worth of water and head back over to Judge.
All right.
You know, when you get back, I'm sitting on Judge. He's a seat. He's more comfortable in the rocks.
Okay. So Darcy sits on Judge, and Cyclonen, what do you do with the water?
Alright, I'm going to splash it on his face, and then I will go ahead and also slap him around.
All right. Guess what, Judge? You get another con check.
All right.
And this
There
time
we
you
go.
wake up, you're wet. Darcy is sitting on your chest, and Cyclonen is currently slapping you. You are lightheaded, groggy, but awake. And your face hurts.
This does not feel like a dream. Looking around.
Oh,
Might
hello.
yet still be one.
And then from below,
I'm
you
not
see
feeling so well.
your friends are all awake. Are you ready to go?
Judge, may I borrow your familiar?
But yes,
And I-
and I just kind of hold my hand out, and a large white owl kind of pulls out of his extra dimensional space, and I set him on your shoulder, and it's like, what are you planning to do? That I should be watching, not helping.
I am planning to try to run back out of the cave with your familiar. This should not take a very long time, so if you attempt... Well, plus, I believe you can sense if your familiar dies, correct?
I just get a very stern, quiet look, and it's, the rest of us might be getting trapped here.
What was that?
Do you think the rest of us might be getting trapped here then?
I do not know, but if one of us makes it out alive and is able to prove that fact, then it becomes easier to take a risk.
Yes.
My thought is to take your owl with me, try to run out of the cave. If I survive, and after a short period of time, you summon your familiar, if it returns to you, then it should be able to confirm that I am alive. If it is dead,
Okay.
or it confirms that I have died, then you know that escaping out of the cave is not a good idea. Another thought is perhaps we can have a signal that your owl can make one sound or something if it seems worth the risk to run out, or a different sound if running out seems too dangerous. For instance, if I run out of there and I am several nymphs are in hot pursuit, maybe not a good idea for everyone else. However, if I manage to sneak past and I will not be wearing this armor when I do it, then perhaps it is viable for others.
Sneak. Tops.
And I am reasonably stealthy when I am not wearing my armor.
I believe in you.
I can communicate with my owl well enough to get a yay or nay out of him if needed.
So maybe not yes for if it is safe to return. Turn head for no if it is not safe.
Okay.
These should
We were saying this very quietly and out of earshot of the other Kratos things, right?
I'm assuming you guys are whispering to each other. I mean, he knows you're whispering, but he hasn't made any indication that he can hear you.
Okay. I just kind of...
Or he doesn't know what you're saying. He can hear you, but he doesn't know what you're saying. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, we can actually... Everybody, we have the option to speak in Celestial. I mean, how many people actually speak Celestial?
Good point.
Oh, wait a minute.
They might though.
Yeah. I just realized something. Wasn't it previously said that we can sense if one of us died?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
so
you
we're
know
gonna
what?
know if
He
you
could
die.
send. We could send the familiar, where they want us to go and see if it can make it to the other end. Anything
My
bad
owl
happens.
has flyby. If nothing else, it could at least give us a surveillance.
I thought you had a Quizottle or a quiz something or other. What's it called? I thought you had a weird special familiar.
Quetzalcoatl?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I don't remember. Did I? I thought I had just summoned a plain old owl because I was still stuck under the standard spell.
Oh yeah, because you haven't gotten that upgrade yet.
Oh, is that what's happening? Okay, fair enough.
Okay. So, yeah, it would be just a standard owl, and I can send him, and I can summon him back at any point in time.
Yep, that's all true.
Am I gonna... If I start concentrating and looking through his senses, do I lose contact, or can I maintain further than 120 feet?
No, you get your 100 feet or whatever it is. That's your range. So, yeah, outside of that, then you lose contact.
In that case, that would be useless. To get out of the cave, he would have to go with you, and I would simply have to wait an appropriate time to summon him back to myself.
Well, it is unlikely to take more than 2 minutes to get out of the cave once I try to make my escape. So perhaps 10.
Excellent.
If I am alive in 10 minutes, I will probably be fine.
Okay, and we've been discussing this in I'm guessing Celestial. It's not necessarily a language.
Yeah, you've
Mortals
been
would know.
whispering, so you don't know if they understand Celestial or not at this point. You just know
Alright.
that you've been whispering, and he's just kind of standing there. And every once in a while, he says, "Are you ready to go? It is time to get moving." But outside of that, he's just staying in the same spot.
Alright, Judge just kind of looks around and says, "Okay, it's time for a snack, I suppose." He takes a step forward, reaches into his backpack where he has a inventory. Sorry, I'm so slow about all this. I have a large bag of fresh fruit, and I pull out a pear. I think these guys would like pears. I pull out a pear and I offer it to him, and it's like, I think we are interested to learn more about your gods. May we eat a spell? We bring food. We bring bread.
Oh, you wish to rest some more? Well, that is okay. Let's head back to the water then. It is cooler there.
I'll
And
go
he
ahead.
basically leads the way back to where the water is.
I'll go ahead and get back to the water. I'll pass my fruit out to us and these guys here. Anybody who wants some, we can just annihilate this bag of fruit and drink some cool water and talk about different
Short rest.
religions. Yeah,
So are the rest of you going as well, or
Yep. Darcy
Come on,
is
come on.
sitting by somewhere nice and eating fruit. Yep.
all
Yeah,
right, what about
yeah.
you, Gizzard?
Yeah, no, I'm moving my
Yep,
character right
come
now.
on.
Okay, cool.
You did mention this place was maze-like, right?
Yes, and I did also mention that that finding your way back or out would be very difficult.
I will need to be escorted back to the entrance to the Nymph Cave. It's something I must inspect before we go.
He walks back, and he looks at you strangely. You wish to go back to the nymphs?
There is something important I must know. Cannot fail my mission.
He
I will only be
looks
but
at you.
2 minutes.
He looks at you for a minute and is kind of thinking. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check if you have it, or just normal persuasion check.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, never mind. That works.
He nods. I see you're serious about this. And, yes, I will lead you back. The rest of you, enjoy the water. I would suggest staying away from the lava. Even for your kind, it may pose difficulties. Come with me. And
How long?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, once we, I'll wait till we get back to the entrance.
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move you guys.
Oh, and before we go, I take off my armor and hand it to Judge, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, you guys are selected. All right, so he gets you back to the entrance here, and it was a pretty long walk. It took you about 10 minutes to get here, just walking and mostly going vertical. At a fairly steep vertical angle. So it's quite a distance vertically. Anyway, you arrive, and he says, you have been gone for a while, past that time, but they will still be around the caves. I am sure they aren't far from here. They know where this is, and every once in a while, one of the humans gets scared and occasionally makes it back out. And so don't expect to get past them easily.
I understand.
But
If I am not,
But please, don't get yourself killed. I await your return.
if I am not back within 10 minutes, I'll rejoin the others. If this owl comes back alone, please return it to the others.
I understand. And he sits on the floor.
Alright, and I'm going to very cautiously peek out, look around.
Okay, so you peek out, and from where you are behind the wall, you don't immediately see anybody. But you don't hear anything obvious. But yeah, this big rock is in your way.
Alright, well, for starters, I'm going to go ahead and pop an echo where I am, and then I'll go ahead and sneak out.
Okay.
Can I be watching at least that far?
Oh, sure. I guess through the owl. You're gonna look through the owl's eyes.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and move you up here then. Did it not work? Oh, there it goes. All right. All right, Cyclonin. You've created your echo. Yeah, you did. All right.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
All right. So let's see. That's 15, 20. I'm gonna go ahead and sneak over to. No, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead and
Oops.
give me a stealth
Here.
check, actually.
Does the echo make noise?
No, but I'm moving.
Okay, awesome. All right.
All
yeah,
right.
You moved, and you could definitely, when you kind of peeked around the corner, you definitely saw several nymphs over here.
Okay. Go ahead and carefully, and I'm gonna try and keep the echo about 30 feet behind me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right now. I guess it's probably just easier to not have one there. Okay, so.
All right, you approach, and you can kind of hear them talking, and you know, you hear one of them say, "If we wait long enough, the godlings will return." Why do you say that? Well, it's simple. They won't want to go through the air. Why not? Because they don't know if they can survive. You know how they are. They will only go where they think they can survive. But then they were fools to come in here. Well, yes, they are fools. But they aren't. But there's a limit to how foolish they are. And they keep going. So what do you do?
Actually, I've got an idea then. Oh no, that's a solid. Let's see. That one's gonna. Oh, jeez, they are all over the place.
Yeah, some of them have little icons on them because they were stuck for a while. You can ignore that.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't bothered to go through each one and clear them out.
Yeah, in this area here, you can see just kind of like the remnants of some ash and soot.
Let's see.
All right, Cyclone, you think about what you're going to do. Meanwhile, Darcy and Gizzard, what are you two doing?
I'm gonna play a Song of Rest.
That's nice. I'll take
Okay.
that, and I'll drink some water. I haven't had any water yet. I don't think. So.
Okay.
I am doing some arcane recovery and sharing my fruit with everybody.
If you're looking through the owl's eyes, you're not doing that. You're actually busy looking through your familiar's eyes, unless you want to break that connection.
How long has it been so far?
Not too long, maybe a minute or so.
I'll continue looking for another few minutes. I mean, he said it'd only take him 2 minutes to try and make a break for it. And I'll give him like 5, and that still gives me like 55 minutes out of an hour. So.
Okay.
Awful.
Fair enough. All right then, back to you, Cyclonin. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna cautiously retreat and let's see. These kegs were wine, right?
Yeah.
And what was my opinion of the wine last time I had some?
You thought it was okay. It was not amazing. It's not horrible.
I'm gonna go ahead and uncork the keg I got the wine from, quickly fill my stein, and
Okay.
And I am going to announce, apologies, but I could not go without another drink. And then I'm going to go ahead and use feline agility to dash back through the entrance.
All right, you do so. You do so.
At that point in time, I pop out. I'm back with the rest of the group,
Fair
and
enough.
I just kind of sigh and start taking the long rest.
All right, fair enough. You do so, Cyclonin, and you can definitely see some of the nymphs kind of approach the area to kind of scout out and see that you're not there, and kind of just stand there for a bit. What are you gonna do?
Alright. Thank you, I have found out all I need to know. We can return to the others.
All right then. And he returns you. There you go. All right, so you can see the others are around the pool. Did you guys say you're taking a short rest?
Yep, I played Song of Rest too, as it was a bad roll, so everyone just feels slightly better.
Okay,
Better than no.
so they kind of just sit there and let you take your rest. An hour passes. Anybody doing anything during that hour or saying anything during that hour?
Well, I was doing the arcane recovery, and I'm gonna burn a couple of my hit dice, and I'm gonna keep the conversation mostly on the details of their religion. I mean, what their, the god that they worship, and his purposes. Maybe they'll let slip. Yeah, everybody loves talking about their religion. They want other people to know about their religion because they think they're right, and they think that the whole spreading their religion thing. So that's going to give us a big insight into this character that they're following. And you said, well, maybe the one god is dead, and we can begin. And yeah, let's get those details out of the way here.
Okay, so yeah, we'll go through that momentarily. But first, is there anybody else doing anything during the short rest? Or saying
Resting. Eating his food because he left it there.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, everybody take a short rest. And as you start asking about his god and his religion, you find that his god is Aetheros. And he says, yes, Aetheros is the god the god of the passage. It is he who will guide lost souls into the underworld. It is he who maintains the rivers of Cocytus, and it is he who navigates the ocean of the sea of the underworld. And it is he once a noble dragon, and often as seen among the people in the form of what they call a dragonborn. And it is the fires, it is the waters, it is the passage of all from the living to Ermeneg. All right, so your short rest passes by, and do you ask him about anything else?
Anything you can think of there, Darcy, that might shed some light on any questions we're having? Either.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Any questions you might have to shed some light on what you see around here with these peoples?
I mean,
helpful peoples.
I am not so certain. Like, there's a lot of questions, but I don't know I don't have any prepared. I'd like to know more of why there's still clothing in those bones if they're so old.
Well, that's what we were
Uh,
getting at with the whole religious thing. It's like, because all of this has to do with their religious services, but
Yeah.
Hey, Joel, are you still around?
I am still around.
So, granted, you're not here, but you are a party member, so they know the kinds of things that you might say. So if you want to offer up anything, feel free.
Like
It's also
questions
your
for the
opportunity to.
religion.
It's also your opportunity to haunt the party.
Yeah, I was waiting for the right time to tell Brosnan to cast summon carbon monoxide detector, but it's probably not gonna come. Yeah,
And sorry, Joel, that you haven't been able to play during the session.
no, it's totally fine. It's still
we
really
seem to be
interesting.
taking quite a long time just to get out.
I don't blame you. This is weird as hell. But they don't seem like they want to harm us. So like I kind of trust them, but it also seems like they don't want what we want, which can be fine, but it could be annoying to deal with later.
We
I've
could
been sleeping too close to you.
sacrifice one of our own to be like, all right, you go ahead and tell us how that goes.
Yeah, that honestly seems like a good move to me, just to like see what's up. But
Actually, that is my plan exactly.
yeah, I like that. Dave was talking about that earlier. I don't know if I could question them. I think the best thing to ask about like a religion like this is like why this god? Like why did you choose this god? What was the motivation behind that? That would be a good question, I think.
That's what I thought about. I guess I'll ask that.
All right. So what do you say?
I ask why they follow the god they do.
Oh, well, it is simple. Is it not the same for you? It is the God who created us.
Hmm.
I see. That makes sense.
Judge
Hmm.
just
Yeah, it's
kind of
not.
looks down.
Yeah.
No.
His creator was not like this.
He
We were
sees you
not all
looking
created
down, and then
by the same God.
he kind of reaches towards you, and then pulls back, and he says, "Your creator, was he? Did he hurt you?"
I was abandoned. I was placed upon the sacrificial altar by my creator.
Oh,
I have no feelings like you do for this.
then your creator should be destroyed.
I appreciate my existence, though I've not always appreciated existing. But
What was he called, or she, or it?
I hold no love for my creator.
What were their
But
names?
I
What was?
hold no ill will for him either.
But you should. You should kill him.
I did. For a very long time, I hated him. He is a raging storm, and I hated him. But I realized that is control too. You know? I took so
Yes.
much of my time in my life just thinking about how to destroy him.
You're
And
right.
he was still always in my thoughts. I live my life. I have no love for him, but I have no hatred of him either, because without him I would not be here. But what he did is very wrong. So,
But
yes,
he was your creator.
for a
You're
long
right.
time.
Your creator could do no wrong because he is your creator. Yes, what am I saying? You should not destroy him. You should love him.
Not sure that's what I said, but would you like a peach there? Very sweet. And I just hand him a piece of fruit.
Yeah, he takes it. And what of you, lizard man? Who created you?
I am not so certain, to be honest with you. I am just here. Hold on. Okay, out of character. I don't have, like, a creator. I never thought about that.
Yeah, you were probably just a normal person who got ascended to godhood.
Yeah,
but-
okay, so
but
it's
he
not
thinks you
expected to
a
have a creator. Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. Just making sure. I was wondering if I was missing something. I was, like, confused. Yeah, I don't have a creator, is my response to his question.
Yeah. Yeah, Judge is a special case in this particular question.
I
because
thought
he's-
so. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, I have no creator. I am just what I am.
Oh, then why are you here?
Good question. Yeah,
You are a
Yes.
godling or a demigod.
a demigod is the answer, but yeah, I'm not here by choice, just like the rest of us. None of us are here by choice.
So, were you once a god?
I suppose so. A demigod, but close enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. But are you stuck here? Can you ascend now?
We can ascend, but not yet,
So you are stuck here.
in a sense.
Are others like you?
I probably.
Yeah, we've met a couple. There's
Yeah.
definitely a good amount.
Yeah,
Didn't
What
we
is-
see a bunch of people falling
Yeah,
with us when we fell?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we did.
know, there's pretty much all the gods have been cast down. Not
Yeah.
not necessarily all of them to this place, but a lot of them have been. And in fact, you know that there's essentially a limited spots that people are trying to ascend back to. So yeah, you do know the gods in general have been cast down.
Yeah. Yeah, in
But he doesn't
response
seem
to,
to know that.
yeah, I tell him that every god essentially has been cast down. We are not the only ones.
No, that's not true. Aetheros is still up there. I'm confident.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. But probably not.
I don't
could be
believe
wrong.
you.
You don't. I'm not saying anything for certain.
He
I'm just saying
stands
what
up. I don't believe you.
You don't have
You
to.
say that my god has been cast down
No.
like some demigod.
No.
I don't believe you.
No, that's not what I said. I did not say that.
Do you wish to bring doubt to my
No.
mind?
I don't wish to bring anything to your mind.
He starts fuming. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
I was about to say Judge would like to jump in and try.
All right, how does
I
Judge
have
help?
a pretty high persuasion, so if you want to help me, that would be useful.
So, Judge, if you have something to say that would help, then that would give him advantage.
I believe what he is saying is a little more complicated. He
Yeah.
is not saying in any way, shape, or form that your god has fallen, but many have. This
I'm
is
being
just
very
a
general.
strange time. He knows nothing for certain,
Exactly.
but you and your faith are certain. Just to try and calm him down.
Okay.
Kind of glance over at Darcy to see if she's just laughing at us or if she thinks.
She is very much. She's sipping on her mineral water in a cup and eating a pear and watching this train wreck. And she's just like, maybe I'll help. Maybe. This is pretty entertaining, though. It's free entertainment.
I only jumped in to help him so that these guys don't become violent. We are not ready to take on.
Nah, we're
That-
fine. They're not gonna become fine.
I mean,
Say-
Is
he
that
might,
possible?
but, you know.
All right, Gizzard.
Saying it like that makes you sound like a diva, but then I remember that you're actually just drinking cave juice and a leftover spare fruit that we found on the road.
She is forever a diva, no
Uh,
matter the situation that would say otherwise. She is literally a diva goddess. What did you expect?
That's true.
Good point.
All right,
She is
Gizzard.
the
Go ahead and
muse
give me a
of
check.
muse. Can I get that
18.
in there, Jeremy, or no?
Hey, I rolled
Items?
advantage.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll your d4, right?
Oh yeah.
All right,
Why
so
is it private?
so that's a
I wanna
21.
I
Oh,
don't know.
it shouldn't be private. I'm sorry.
They've all been private.
Oh,
I thought the first
they,
few were just because, like, it was, he was being a secret
Yeah.
because he was making a save, but this one doesn't seem like it.
Okay,
No,
fair enough.
the-
It doesn't have to be private. Go ahead and make them public
No.
in the future. But anyway, that's fine. I saw it. So Gizzard rolled an 18, and then Judge rolled a 3 for a 21. And so the figure sits down and takes a deep breath and lets it out. I see. I see. I am calm now.
I mean no ill intentions towards you or the god you worship. I don't know much about them. I made no comments about specifically your god, but about the gods in general. Who knows what happened to yours?
Am I still gone, or am I present for this conversation?
Yeah, you're present. You came back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're here.
Yeah, you've caught up just in time. As he rounds the corner, I would like to throw him an apple.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a dex check.
Okay.
Easy one. I'm tossing it to you. I'm not pelting.
Yep, you catch the apple easily, or a pear, or whatever it is. All right, so yeah, you catch it. You arrive to see the figure kind of sit down, and you heard he was talking quite loudly before, but now he seems to have calmed down, and Gizzard is explaining that he didn't mean his god specifically. So do you have anything to add?
If Athros is an elder god, then he would not be one of the ones cast down. If anything, he would be among the ones judging our worthiness.
He must be.
Probably is.
In other news, of course, the nymphs are waiting for us, and they fully expect us to return because they think we are too cowardly to go through the cave. I cannot say that they are entirely incorrect, but it does make me realize that my idea was sound, just in the wrong direction. How about, Judge, you stay here, I take your familiar, and go with these people through the cave. You can then summon your familiar after, well, they said 10 minutes, perhaps 15. Actually, let me ask them. How long does it take to recover from the unconsciousness when traveling through the cave?
How long does it take to do what?
To recover from the unconsciousness
Oh,
after passing.
oh, you're asking them, and he
Yeah.
looks and says, "I'm not sure. It is different for different people. For some, it could be mere minutes. For others, it could be hours."
Well,
I vote 30 minutes.
Tavros, why don't you come with me? We shall go through the cave with the owl.
And so one of
He would
them,
probably say
the one
yes.
that kind of led you here, kind of looks up as you say that, and then he says, "So you do not wish to escape together? It is
He's
better if you go
probably-
together."
That is not through with our unique situation.
Is there any way I can make an insight check? This would have been a very slow insight check.
Okay. What are you trying to figure out?
When I started off asking them about the religion and getting them to talk about it, etc., etc., I was trying to figure out whether or not they had some sort of sacrificial cult or not. Some sort of, are they leading us to get sacrificed to their god? And they're like, well, we're helping them escape the nymphs by sending your soul to our god. Or are they actually taking us to an exit?
You may not be able to get a super clear answer on that, but you can try. Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Okay, and that was the whole reason why I started the religious conversation during our short rest.
Okay.
Come on, open up. Don't worry, I guarantee after the end of December, this computer system will be much faster.
All right. So
Guess not.
yeah, you listen to them talk, and they did talk a lot about guiding people to Ermanig, but while they were talking, they didn't mention people being alive during that or anything like that. They just, but there is a big focus on leading people from life to death. However, despite looking for signs, you didn't see anything more explicit than that.
Okay, so we really have no clue whether these people are going to kill us. Okay.
Yeah, it's quite the situation.
But yeah, that was why I started that religious conversation to begin with, and try and figure out whether or not they had some sinister something hiding.
Well, if they do, they aren't overt about it, or even explicit enough for you to pick up on anything directly.
Interesting. Gizzard is a lizard folk, correct?
Correct.
Supposedly they have the ability to hold their breath for 15 minutes.
Oh.
Do it.
Oh yeah. I'm a lizard.
You forgot.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're right. That's like the one thing I completely forgot about.
Well, sending you there. Tell us if it's good on the other side.
Okay. Tell them
Hon-
I'm gonna say, oh, wait. I'll go with you guys. I'll be the first. I'm the one. Let's
Here
go.
is the owl.
Thank you. I'll take the owl. Alright. I will be led. Take me.
The others, they will stay.
For now.
It's just doing the quick math here. That's pretty much all of us, except Darcy and myself. Are we really just gonna stay here for a while?
You could also
Oh.
just have everybody go and you could just kind of help guide, if that makes sense. Just like make sure that nobody gets mistreated.
I could do that, but that sound. I mean, I could do that, but that sounds like a good way of all of us dying somehow. If
Yeah,
I'm alone and the only one that can defend for all of us against all of them
that's true. That's true.
in a place where I can only exist for 15 minutes without passing out. That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah,
Also,
and then if you have to
have
open
we
your mouth
even
and cast.
taken a long rest to regain all our spells and stuff?
No, you guys took a short
No.
rest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're not even prepared for a fight if there is one on the other end.
So I'll go
Fair.
alone.
Yep.
Yeah, we tell them, or I tell them that I'll go alone for now. Yeah, basically.
Okay, so he leads you forward, and yeah, so he kind of takes you around the corner, and he says, Are you ready?
Yes. You don't
Oh.
need to carry me though. I should be fine.
Okay, follow me. And so he leads you to the south, and so yeah, you follow him for quite some time. I'm not going to describe exactly what you see yet, for obvious reasons. So back to the rest of the group. Gizzard has now been carted away, or led away, I should say. All right, and so so there's going to be about 15 minutes that passes before anything else happens. So what do you guys do in those 15 minutes?
Polish off this big bag of fruit. Polish off this big bag of fruit.
All right. Alrighty. And Darcy, Cyclonin, are you two going to do anything?
I guess I'll eat some olives.
Okay.
Yeah, Darcy's been resting this whole time. She's basically been, like, lounged on her side, elbow propping up her head, drinking mineral water and eating leftover fruit, and just been watching everybody.
Oh, I'll put my armor back on.
Okay. All right. So 15 minutes passes, and the three of you feel that Gizzard is now dead.
Interesting.
Hold on. Let me put the thing on there. All right. So you feel that Gizzard is now dead, but the person who was escorting him has not returned yet, and everybody else is just sitting around calmly, like they have been for the other 15 minutes. So what do you do?
Well, and she does a stretch. I think we should make new plan.
Yeah.
Are you?
Speaking in
Your
Slavic.
friend has escaped. Are you ready to go?
That is not the correct definition of escaped.
It is a form of leaving, but not the way we want to.
I don't understand. He has left, and there has been no report of problems. I am sure by now he has escaped.
Will his escort come back and inform us of this?
He will. It will take him another 15 minutes or so. Do you wish to wait for him?
I think maybe yes. I stand up and I stretch.
Well,
Thank you,
especially
and
since I still need to recuperate from my wounds.
Oh,
Yes,
and
please.
I offer the fortunate son the seat I was sitting on as I move past him and say, I will get a closer look. I am feeling better with a small rest. And I offer the fortunate son my seat over here along with whatever's left in that bag.
Brosnan, can you still see the map?
Hold on. Yeah, it's all dark, but I
Okay.
can. Yeah.
I made you invisible because you're not where your token is, but I didn't want to completely cut you off. So in fact, you can actually move if you want. It's just you're not there.
I see. I don't have a token
you-
or anything, but
Okay, so go ahead and move your.
No,
I made it
wait.
normal. You can go ahead and move your token around just so you can see, but you're not there right now.
I see now. Okay.
All right, Judge, you're going and looking around. It hasn't been 15 minutes yet, so that guy hasn't actually returned, so I'm gonna make him invisible temporarily. But what are you doing?
I am waiting.
Okay.
I come right up here and I'm waiting. This is the way the guy's gonna come up.
So you're just gonna wait there for the 15 minutes?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for that guy to come up. I'm currently checking all my spells, what I've recovered. And
Wait, what?
everything right
How
here
much
real
do we
quick.
recover whenever we do a short rest?
You
Well, you recover.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say you recover whatever hit points that you spend hit dice on. If you have arcane recovery, you can get back magic spell slots. And then
Yeah, I don't have
just
that, I don't think.
yeah, I think only wizards get that one. But you also get any short rest abilities back. If you're a fighter, you'll get action surge and second wind back. If I'm not 100% sure what a bard has for short rest abilities. Check real quick.
I think it's like I think I can cast Song of Rest and things like that. It's more of like I help everybody feel better.
Yeah, if you gain it back during a short rest, it's explicit on it, except for the hit dice.
Yeah, well, in that case, you did help give me back a couple of hit points.
All right. So you're gonna wait 15 minutes. Cyclonin and Darcy, what are you two doing during the 15 minutes?
Nap time, because I ain't moving until we time to go.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Basically, I'll be treating this half hour as a potential short rest. We'll see if it makes it to the full 60 minutes.
Okay. All right. So about 15 minutes passes. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll just round up the next 20. So it actually takes a little longer than you're expecting. Other than the guy suggested, it actually takes 20 minutes. But the guy does arrive, and you can see him coming through the cave to the south alone. So I don't know if you can actually see that though. Yeah, you might not be able to see that far, but you can hear him kind of walking up to the cave. So what do you do?
I'm waiting right here because I know if I go any farther than this entrance here is when I start feeling kind of woozy. So
Okay.
I'm waiting for the guy who took Gizzard to be right here where I will stop him and start asking questions.
All right, I'm gonna put turned on him just so because it has an icon, just so you can tell the difference. Because these guys do look all very similar to each other, and it's hard for you to tell them apart. But you can definitely tell this guy from the others because he's the one who just walked out of the cave. So he kind of walks up and sees you there, and then he looks and he says, "Are you ready to go? Your friend has
Come here,
escaped."
Excellent. That's good to hear. Have you gotten to have a peach yet, or a pear? I think I might have a pear left. Would you here? And I hold it out to him, but I'm not moving. I'm gonna make him come the extra step closer.
Okay, he walks right up to you.
I hand him the pear, and I say, you say my lizard friend, he has escaped, yes?
Yes,
Escaped to where?
he is now free of the nymphs.
Yes, but is he free in the open air, in the land above these caves?
He is not above these caves, I'm afraid. But he is free.
Yes, you keep saying that, but, free where? And I get very serious.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
Oh, crap.
Oh boy.
Oh, there it goes. I was wondering. Okay. He looks at you kind of oddly. It's like, "Are you angry? He is free."
I'm confused. Because you see, he's free, but not where he wants to be. We
He
are
is where
godlings, as
all
you
people
know.
want to be.
We are godlings, as you know, yes?
No,
Start walking.
you are trapped here. So now he is
That
free.
does not mean.
What is freedom?
He
That's a
has.
very good question.
He does not have to worry about the nymphs or any other creatures anymore.
That is absolutely not true.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the only freedom for them is death now. Yeah.
You look
We are.
angry. I
wanting
don't
another
understand
way
why.
That's okay. We are
Would the
looking for a way
nymphs-
to the surface.
Would the nymphs have offered
Said
the
you.
same freedom?
No,
Why?
because with our freedom, he has the blessing. With the nymphs, he might get lost in the sea.
Yeah, that's just part of their religious guidance to the afterlife. Instead of freedom, how's about we just get a tour of the cave to the surface? I do not wish for the freedom, I wish simply for the sun on my face. How's that? Is that easier?
You wish to go to the surface. Then you will have to
Just
fight other
that.
creatures. You may run into the nymphs again.
That is true. But that is what I want.
But why?
We gotta ascend. That's to ascend.
Because for godlings, there must be challenge, just like for gods. You said your god himself was fighting amongst another god. Gods require this challenge, and we don't always succeed. Sometimes help is required, which I appreciate. But we do not wish to jump right to the very end. We want to experience the journey. I would simply like to get to the surface. If you could help us get to the surface. We do not need the freedom or the escape just yet. Just the surface.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Any
And
help here?
Cyclonin actually helped you a little bit. So Cyclonin, do you want to give him the help action?
Yep, I'll absolutely do it.
All right, so you have advantage.
Excellent. Darcy.
Darcy, you know, you could call upon me before you do these things. I was already over there.
He,
I know, but I thought I was just going for a interrogation. I didn't realize it would turn into this. It's kind of naturally happened.
he nods and he says, "Oh, I understand. I am so sorry. Your friend, he is an Urbidig now. And you see," he points to the cave. Past that cave, there are stairs, and the stairs travel for miles. And beneath this point, he kind of backs up, and he kind of waves his hand near, like in the middle of the wall. There, the sea of the underworld is. But you see, the sea was drained by the Sorg, and now there is but the memory of the sea. And in some places it is high, in some places it is low. Here it is high. And under the
So
sea,
that-
down the stairs for miles, and you will find yourself in Urbanig. However, your friend, he could not make it. He was holding his breath. So once he collapsed, I did the ceremony, and he disappeared.
Yes.
Here. And he starts putting some things on the ground.
Oh, here's his crap.
I pick up what I recognize to be Gizzard's backpack with his stuff, right?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna just plop it right here. Right here. There you go. Add to pile. Add to pile. Add to pile. Alright, so that should be all the stuff. You should see a couple of piles. And he kind of puts it there. And he says, he had some weapons and armor he was wearing. And his clothes. They disappeared as well. I do not
Yes.
understand this.
Well,
But you
we
do
are
not wish to go to
goblins.
Erminig yet.
No.
But when you do, if you follow the stairs several miles, and you will find yourself at a plateau, and there you will find the rest of the sea, where the air flows into the sea, and you can sail upon it to the city.
What you do not understand is
Thank
the
you.
Elder
And I
Gods,
just kind of
including your Atheros, have tasked us with a different challenge. And death does not bring us a blessing. And should we all die at the same time, our destination is oblivion. We will be nowhere. Now, as long as some of us are alive, within a few days at most, they will return. Our companion, the one that you witnessed fall or disappear, he will
I kind
return
of
to
put
us.
my
He will not
hand
be
on
at your
the
destination.
fortunate son's shoulder. I do not believe he is needing all of this information, sir.
That's what I was thinking.
He looks at you and he says, "Oh, so I did not free him. Not really. I am sorry. I will take you to the surface now. Follow me." And he leads you back to the north.
What a trip.
All right.
For real.
That was really funny. Because
That
they
was
were
cool.
I knew
genuinely.
there was something strange there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I was
they were
able to get it.
genuine about
They
it.
were trying to genuinely help us. It's
Exactly,
They just
yeah.
didn't. They
Yeah.
didn't know.
Oh,
They
y'all
didn't
want to
know.
escape? Escape from every single thing and all at once? We know the way.
So he takes you
True.
back up to the north, basically where I described all the different passages going every which way, and he takes you along a set of passages, and you find yourself confused and lost, but he seems utterly confident. And then eventually you find yourself back in the jungle, and I will take you there now.
Okay.
Hours spent.
But we had to figure out how to ask them the right way. It's like, we had to figure out how to ask them just to get to the surface without getting to freedom or any other strange euphemisms they had.
So as you show up in some caves out in the middle of the jungle, he then you notice he doesn't go out into the sunlight. He just kind of waves and he says, "My apologies. I hope you will visit us again someday, and perhaps you too can go to Erminig. Maybe as godlings. Maybe you can get there without dying. When you can learn to
Perhaps
breathe
one
the
day.
air, perhaps."
Perhaps one day, but our journey is not yet finished for us to get there just yet.
Farewell,
Just
then.
look over Darcy. Farewell.
All right, so you are currently maybe half a mile. It's hard to tell, it's in the jungle, but maybe half a mile away from the White Rock Spring, but you're still in the same hex. You took basically a whole turn to get there, so you basically have 6 hexes of movement left, or 12 if you're on a road. So what are you going to do?
Well,
Let's go back to civilization.
I believe we can get back to the road and get a couple of private rooms maybe and recover a bit. If there's anything else, I believe there were some other other directions where we could look.
Yeah, from what you remember, obviously you can always ask around for rumors. There's also, you were told that the vagrant who had the weird story about the tower was there as well. Yeah, that's about all you know right now.
I want to find Sebastian again.
All right. So 1, 2, 3. So yeah, you can now that you're on the road, you can move up to 6 hexes. So if you're just going to the watchtower, you can definitely get there.
Okay, unless there's any objections.
Nope.
All right. Yep. You arrive at the Katniss watchtower. It is still early enough that the gates are open, and it looks like, I'm assuming you're going in human form. If so, the guards seem to recognize you and kind of just wave you past.
Okay.
All right.
In that case, yes.
Did anybody come through earlier with a incredible tale?
Oh, the guard says, sorry. Oh, you mean that young fella who talked about his friends disappearing and some weird nymphs?
Yes.
That is the one.
Yes, you'll find him at the Happy Nymph.
How ironic.
Classic.
You'd think he'd have enough of
Aw.
that, yes?
You would think. It's too bad. Too bad. Mm.
Well, better this happy nymph than those ones, eh?
True.
Tell him that he should really take some herbs. He seems to be prone to hysterics.
Hmm.
We will try to talk to him.
Perhaps a relaxing song in a evening of contemplation.
All right, so what do you guys do?
I'm gonna go find her sad friend. No one believes his friends were killed.
All right, yeah, you find yourself, or you go straight down the road until you reach the inn, which of course is the Happy Nymph. And once you go inside, you see that it's about half full. You see several people having their dinners about now, several of them drinking. And in the corner, sitting by himself at a table for 4, you see Sebastian.
He used to have friends, but now they're all gone.
Yeah.
I have kind of a dumb question near me.
Sure.
This goes back to earlier. That guy gave me all of Gizzard's stuff.
Yeah.
Could I get
Oh.
Gizzard's actual Mithna as well?
Oh, yeah, you would have.
Hey, don't steal. No thievery.
Well,
Give
if
me
he
the
didn't give it
seed
back,
wheel.
you're not getting any, so
I know.
hope
Don't-
I get
don't-
some.
Okay.
Yeah,
you
so
can- you can
Gizzard had
have-
all of none. So yes, you got all of Gizzard's money.
Yeah, all of my lack of
Wait,
money. Did I
what did
not
you-
mark it?
Yeah,
What
you
did you
don't have
spend your
any
money on?
money on your character sheet.
I remember giving you a full 20
Okay.
plus
'Cause
whatever else you might have had.
Yeah.
You
Wait, are you
didn't
sure?
spend it all. Yeah, because I gave
No,
everybody
not you,
20 for
not you. Are
dividing
you
up.
sure there was nothing on my character sheet?
Yeah, if you go to character sheet, you hit inventory, and you'll see currency, and it says gold Mithna, Mithna, half Mithna, small Mithna, bronze Mithna,
Oh my
and
gosh,
they're all
there's
zeros.
nothing. Okay, what should I have? Because we haven't gotten that
I-
much. Or
I
like
remember
individually, we
giving
haven't
you-
gotten that much.
I've been
remember giving
getting
you the
money
full
every
20
time I
Mithna.
play.
Well, you're
Yeah.
actively obtaining it. I'm not.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Well, you had a full 20 Mithna that I gave you, and I think you've picked up like 15 half Mithnas, or you've picked up small change here and there, but I remember giving you a full 20 Mithna.
Okay.
Well, we
Yeah,
don't have
Everybody
the
had 20 gold.
Exactly.
we don't
to
have
myth
the
nuts.
I'll just do 20 gold. I'll
the
just do
small
20 gold.
stuff documented, I guess. Well, you really should add it to your sheet once you get it.
Yeah.
However,
sorry with
go ahead and add 20 Mythna to your character sheet, Judge, and you can decide later once Gizzard comes back whether to give it back to him or not.
Okay.
Okay.
I
But, yeah.
probably assumed we were doing the whole party loot thing like we used to.
Oh, I was, except for that little hiccup we had when I went back to the hotel to get Cyclonin, and that left you and Tavros,
see.
I think,
Yeah, I
At
think
the-
it was Tavros.
at the place with no money, and you were, I could tell there was a little bit of miffy tension there, so I
Sure.
decided to give everybody at least what we had at the time, which was 20 gold
20.
spending money.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Then
my,
Not a whole
probably don't
lot,
have
but
any more than
that's
that.
all.
my recommendation is to have everybody carry at least some money on them because some of
Yeah.
you may die, and if you can't get that money back for some reason, then it's gone. Especially
Yeah,
if
you're
one
right.
person's holding all your money and they're the ones who fall in the pit of lava or something.
What? Do
For
you
sure.
tell us this Mythna is really Bitcoin?
No.
It can disappear. No, but yeah, okay. I'd given everybody 20. If you had extra, which I thought you had like 15 half Mythna or something. But
You
if
gave
that's gone,
everybody-
He might
20.
have, but if he didn't add it
Yeah.
to a sheet,
Darcy,
you
you should have
can
20 as well.
you can count that
Oh, I
as
was
him
supposed to have
losing
had
it.
22. Dang.
Okay.
Well,
But yeah, after the last big payday, I gave everybody 20.
All right. Well, I just saved a dated mine because apparently I didn't know that. I was
All right.
poor.
Fair enough.
Now that we got that
Alright.
sorted, sorry.
Yeah,
We're
no
gonna
problem.
come up. I'm gonna follow Darcy, and if she sits down with him, I'll sit down. just to
I
see what's going on.
definitely will. I will invite myself to a sad depression table.
All right. So as you're sitting down, before we continue, can you guys actually hear the music?
No. But I have a loud, obnoxious AC.
Okay. Because there's supposed to be music playing, and I had to turn up my volume to hear it. Anyway,
Let me turn
maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, I can hear it now. We're fine.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, you find yourself to Sebastian's table, and he's just kind of sitting there, looking confused more than anything. And then he kind of looks up, definitely recognizing Darcy, but probably some of the rest of you as well. And he says, hi. You haven't seen my friends, have you?
No.
Oh, I'm still waiting for them to return. My memory is fuzzy about what happened at the spring. I remember you, and I remember we talked about something. And I remember going there with my friends, and I came back and I don't know where they are. And I remember talking to the guards about nymphs or something. And then they were kind of laughed at me, but I don't know why. It's all fuzzy.
I would like to do. I don't know. What would be? Would it be insight or would it be like medical? Like what would it be to like tell if like something happened to him between then and now? Like if someone cast a spell or did something? Because he knew what he was.
If it's
he
magic,
was-
it would be Arcana. If medical, like somebody hitting him over the head or something, it would be medical. And if it's whether you think he's telling the truth or whether he's whatever his body mannerisms or whatever, that would be insight. So which of those do you want to do, if any?
Honestly, probably all three, because whenever she last saw him, she told him, or it was greatly hinted of what happened to his friends, and now he's forgotten, and that's just weird to her. And she's like, what happened? You knew when I last saw you.
Well, why don't you, since you suspect a spell, why don't you start with Arcana?
We'll try that. Wee. I feel
Okay.
like my dice hate me. I've been getting nothing but low rolls.
There's nothing arcane that no signs of any arcane effects on him that you can see. There's no residue that you can feel. Yeah, he seems clean in that regard.
Medicine it is. I've rolled 3 twice. What is this?
And medically, he's fine. He looks fine. Maybe he's a little
Fine.
tired. And he's being, as far as you can tell, he's being completely open, and you don't see any signs of him trying to hide anything, or he seems to be serious. You don't get the impression he's pretending.
Okay.
Does this place have a bar counter?
It does have, yeah, essentially. Basically, what it has is it looks like a bar canner, but it has holes in it. And then inside the holes, you can see there's food and there's drinks, there's food and there's cups, like mugs and so on. And you see people walk up and they grab the food and they'll grab a cup and then they'll walk over to the bartender and ask him for whatever to fill the cup, and then ask him to eat the food, or to buy the food. It's really odd. You don't remember anything like this from home.
I'm gonna grab 2 cups. Gonna walk over to the bartender.
One of these with a drink with some kick, and the other one something that tastes strong but is really quite mild.
Okay, and then it's like, you remember Elenus, and he looks back and he says, "All right, you have some watered down wine, but with extra flavoring, and then you have a fine wine that is quite well aged, and it has quite the kick as well. Yes, so maybe a half Mithna for the 2.
Alright, I'll go ahead and pay him.
Here is your half Mithna. Thank you.
Thank you for the business. And if you wish to rent a room once again, please come up and let me know. Although he looks at the table where you came from, it seems that there are fewer of you now.
A couple of them are out for the time being. They'll be back soon enough.
True.
All right then. All right.
So
So
I'll
he hands you
excuse
your drinks.
I go ahead and walk over. I take the watered down one, give that to Sebastian, and I sit down with him and start drinking the one with a little more kick. Although if it's wine,
Yeah, you
guess
don't
I'll
have to
take
make
what
a
I can get.
Constitution save. It's more kick than normal for wine, but it's still wine.
I was gonna say,
Go ahead.
Darcy was. I didn't mean to interrupt, but Darcy, you were still talking to him too.
Oh yeah.
I
She
kind
was
of lean
doing
over.
medical checks on him first to be like, "What's wrong with you? You knew what happened. Now you're not so sure."
Yeah, I lost audio for a second there. I apologize, but Judge kind of leans over and whispers very, very quietly in Celestial. So even if he sees me whispering, he's not going to know what I'm saying. In the past, I have actually seen human minds are fragile, and if something breaks them, they might purposely not know, or purposely not remember what has happened. Sort of like a band-aid on a broken bone.
Well, then they shall not set bone correctly, only get in way.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
I help. If his mind cannot handle it, I will deal with it after fact.
I will simply assist Darcy in her medical psychological evaluation and drink
Where's my chair and here's my clipboard.
something. Yep. And you kind of have a drink and observe.
I'm gonna fix his brain, psych.
Right. Have you been drinking at all, or?
Yeah, I had some wine, and I felt like I needed to get drunk, but I don't remember why. And I never got drunk. It never happened.
I'm sorry, I thought you were talking to me for a moment.
He looks at you and says, "No, you
I
drink?"
meant I was aiming that at Darcy.
Oh, yeah. Darcy's like, ugh, if you drink, you drink. You're not my problem.
And Darcy, as you look at him, he doesn't look drunk. He's slurring his words or swaying. His eyes look normal, all that kind of stuff.
What do you remember about your friends?
Well, let's see. So, we had heard rumors of some sort of spring in the mountains, and where nymphs could grant wishes. And I always thought it was stupid. I still do. I mean, it seems silly to think. But anyway, but they convinced me to kind of go along, and so we showed up, and I really didn't want anything to do with the water or the supposed nymphs. So I kind of just sat on some rocks and waited for them to do their business. And then it gets fuzzy from there. I remember seeing you. He points at you, Darcy. And I think I saw you. He points at Judge. And I think some of your others as well, maybe. Anyway, and I remember talking to you, and I remember this fuzzy image of another woman in the water, and we were having a conversation, and then we had a conversation. And then I went home, and everything was fine, I think. Although apparently I talked to the guards and told them about nymphs, and I had this cockamamie story where my friends died or something, as silly as that is.
It is not silly.
But I don't know why I was saying those things. Anyway, and then I started drinking here, and I've been waiting for my friends ever since.
Do you
Right.
remember speaking to someone else before you came here,
Someone else.
besides the guard?
Let's see. Let's see. I talked to Elenis. I had to order drinks, and I told him about some of this stuff, I think, and he just kind of shooed me away and sent me to the table. Let's see. Anybody else? Oh yeah. I don't know his name, but that old vagrant was around and was telling people his stories. I think I went and told him about nymphs and friends dying or something, because I thought maybe he'd believe me. I think, but I don't remember exactly. Anyway, I think that's it.
Have we heard or seen the old vagrant person before?
You heard about him in the previous watchtower. He was telling everybody some story about a tower, but he hangs out at the temple in one of the rest areas, and you guys haven't sought him out or anything, so you haven't seen him for yourselves.
I look at Judge and I whisper to him in Celestial. I'm like, I think perhaps maybe he messed with his memory.
Yeah, like I said, mind that's fragile and broken, it will purposely not remember, like putting a band-aid on a broken bone. It is ineffective, but this is the strange result.
To
Perhaps,
completely deny that your friends died, though, and not to even remember conversation and still being vague after the fact? No. I don't know. There is denial and there is manipulation. I do not trust it.
You think this might be part of the manipulation to keep the silent secret? I mean, even though
Perhaps.
humans are weak, in great numbers, they would be able to overwhelm. Perhaps it is a way for the nymphs to keep the number of humans coming to their pond low enough as not to gain attention. If that is
Yet
the
people
case, it
still
is
go
something to be
missing.
broken. Yeah.
People still go missing. You would think if enough people go missing, they would still do something.
Yes. But there's some reason the humans in authority are not getting alerted. Otherwise, there would be an army destroying the entire pond.
Well, Gizor did mention that he saw some clothing from one of the guards. So they may have gone to investigate at some time and met their own demise.
True, that's most likely.
Well, I suppose we must next ask ourselves what would be best for this one little human. Do we try and help him adjust a bit and let his memories remain forgotten to protect him so he can go about his little human life here? Or do we force him to remember this tragedy, even though he is a little human and probably not able to do anything about it?
Yes,
Life has tragic moments, but he will be sitting here waiting for friends that will never come back. That itself is a disjustice.
or perhaps worse, go look for them and have a
Exactly.
new opportunity to succumb to the influence.
Exactly.
That is very true. You are both correct. So, we must help him remember, regardless of the trauma. Perhaps he will work past it.
Sebastian,
Yes.
your friends aren't coming back.
Why not?
They are
They
no
did
longer alive.
That doesn't make sense. They were with me before. They will come back. Don't worry.
I would like to roll persuasion.
All right.
And did I help her any, even though it was only a couple of words?
Repeat your words.
No, I was reaffirming after her sentence that no, they did die.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, you have advantage, Darcy.
Oh, thank God, because these dice, I swear. Okay. Nope. Yes.
No guidance for
Man.
you. We are in the city.
Alrighty. So he looks at you. Wait, you're serious? What do you mean they're dead? How can they be dead?
You know what happened. You just, for whatever reason, do not wish to believe it. There were nymphs.
Of course
You
not.
did
That's
miss
just
one.
a silly story. It was never
This
true.
is not a silly story. You went to find nymphs. Your friends went to the water. You did not see them return from the water. You met me. We both went to the water. You remember a woman in the water. You
Yes.
remember speaking to me. You remember leaving. Your friends never came back.
he holds his head and he says, "It's so blurry. I remember you. I remember the woman in the water."
That was a nymph.
No, really?
Yes.
But why can't I remember her face?
Because she was charming you. She was using the same magic that charmed your friends and led them to their fate. They will not return.
Yeah, illusionary magic. It affects the minds of men. It makes them think whatever the nymphs want them to think. Makes it easy prey. You have seen in the bazaars a snake charmer, yes? Imagine you believe you are the snake.
He holds his hands up to his head and he says, "No, this can't be true. Can it? But I would remember. Why can't I remember? I don't even remember what we talked about."
The very
Judge
thing
leans
we are
over.
talking about now.
Judge leans over and puts one strong, affirming hand on his shoulder. Just
Whose
kind
hand
of-
do you put on there?
Judge puts his hand on Sebastian's shoulder. He threw me off. Why was that confusing?
I was acting
Anyway.
like you're a member of Team Noodle Arms.
Oh, har har. No, puts his hand and just, it is true. You don't want to believe it, but she tells you the truth. It is true.
He looks at Darcy and then he says, "I need to be alone now." And he starts getting up from the table, and he
I
says,
put a-
"Go ahead."
I go ahead and grab his arm for a moment. Before you
stops him.
go, one thing you must remember, if nothing else. Do not seek them out. If you try to find out what happened, regardless of what you choose to believe, the individuals that profited from their demise will profit from yours, and you will learn nothing in the process. Protect yourself. Stay away.
He looks back at you, and then he tries to pull his arm away.
I release his arm.
And then he turns and he runs up the stairs. The innkeeper kind of looks after him, kind of with an eyebrow raised, but doesn't do anything.
Well, that goes one very sad little human.
Hopefully he does not go to one of many demises. Out that
Which room did he go to?
Did you follow him?
My eyes did.
Yeah, I mean, it goes up and it goes around the corner, so you'd have to follow him to see where he went.
So,
You know what? Here I go.
Okay, you follow him, and you see
I'm
that
invested in this human. I want to see what happens next.
he opens a door down the hall, and then slams it behind him, and the door has a plaque on it with an 8 on it. And behind the door, you hear a kind of a slam, and then you hear crying.
Aww.
there was no easy way to deliver that news.
no, there wasn't. But at least he won't be going back, and he won't be waiting forever for his friends. It's hard, but perhaps he will move forward.
It is for the best.
Darcy walks back down,
Okay.
joins the table again.
Judge will hold his hand up to get around.
A waitress comes over and yes.
3 higher quality wines, please.
Of course. And she walks away, and then a few minutes later she'll come back.
What? Do you not have one for me?
You'll have one for yourself, and there's also what Sebastian did not finish.
Well, I thought there was only 3 of us sitting at the table right now. Because Sebastian left. So that would be...
Okay, good point. I was still counting Tavros as being around. And Sebastian did have a drink. I gave him the watered down one. I didn't want him to get too drunk.
No, he's just sad.
That is a privilege reserved for me.
So, Judge, they charge you a half mithna for the high quality drinks.
Okay. 1/2 minute. Okay. I hand it to her.
All right, so the waitress goes away. So what do you guys do you guys have anything else to talk about, or what, are you gonna do anything?
Darcy will confirm with the others that I believe he has accepted it and now is grieving.
I certainly hope so.
Actually, a very hard day for all of us. Perhaps a good rest is in order. I
Yes.
do not know if you feel up to it, goddess of muses, but perhaps some more cheerful atmosphere might help everybody. If you feel up to it, of course.
It makes the rent easier. I will see. Walk up to the bar guy.
Okay. And he looks over and says, "Oh yes, Darcy, that was your name, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, you played for us before. I'm guessing that you've come back for to do something similar."
Yes, if the deal is still the same.
It is. So, 1 mithna to play. Well, actually, I realized afterward, after you had performed so much better in front of the audience than you did in the back room, I was quite impressed. So,
Thank you.
you should you deserve 2 mithna. So, room and board for you and your companions, and 2 mithna for a night. Does that sound like a good deal?
It does. I believe the not so warm welcome threw off my playing in the back.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, but he shrugs, so I have no choice. Unfortunately, most are not as skilled as you.
Well, let us get started then. All right, just to make sure that I don't just flop, because I am suspicious of all and every digital die. I don't care what technology says. I prefer physical. I want to inspire myself so I don't roll freaking 2.
Okay.
As she's going up to take the stage, as soon as she starts going up the stairs to the little stage that she's going to play on, Judge starts a clap and kind of nudges Tavros and Cyclonin as he starts clapping.
Are you trying to spill my drink?
Clap.
Hey.
All right. So yeah, you start a clap. You get a spattering of clapping here and there, but you're not getting a lot of traction.
Well, they don't know me yet. I only played here once. It's fine.
I know, but I was attempting a long range help action.
Woo! Go best friend! Get us free rent!
I would probably say that this time it didn't work because she's not well known enough, so there wasn't that much enthusiasm. But if she were better known, then it probably would.
Well, yeah,
It's
I was talking about
okay.
enthusiasm for the crowd. I was hoping just to get her confidence up so that she could roll with advantage. Her confidence.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
The help action to her.
yeah, and I don't think that really helps her though because she's nervous. So yeah, unless you have some musical way of helping her, I'd probably say that that doesn't work this time.
Whatever.
So that means that she has a normal normal roll.
No,
With
I
an 8
don't,
on it,
because I
apparently.
inspire myself. I inspire
you got-
myself to not be terrible because of that shit right there.
That turns into a 19.
It does. So you're actually not terrible. You're actually pretty good.
Exactly. I knew what was going to happen.
Fair enough. So you inspire yourself from being completely mediocre to actually pretty good.
Yes.
All right, so Darcy starts playing, and you can tell that she is definitely doing well. You're not sure, Judge, if your clapping, helped, but regardless, she is doing well. She is doing well. So what do you guys do while she's playing?
He could tell himself he helped.
Yeah, tried.
You made me clap, and I could barely hear you. Are you just tapping your hands together?
I didn't want to clap loudly in front of the mic.
Well,
Whatever.
while that's playing, I'm gonna go over to the barkeep or whatever, and ask him,
Our friend who ran upstairs, is he somebody that you know personally?
Yes, please check in on him. He might not be okay.
He says, "No, I'm afraid not. He apparently he's from the city, but he traveled here a couple days ago. I remember hearing something about checking out some sort of nymphs or some sort of spring or something. And he left with him, and I thought he had some friends with him. I'm not sure, but anyway, I definitely remember him. And then he came back, and he was talking about how he found nymphs and his friends were gone. And then all of a sudden, later on, he was like, "Oh, never mind. I don't know what I was thinking." It was kind of odd, actually. So, is he a friend of yours?
We only just met him, but we were in a position to investigate his personal tragedy. I wish to leave a message for him. Do you have something I can write on?
He pulls out a scroll and hands you a writing implement. Sure.
okay. So, and do you know what room he was staying in?
Yeah, he's in room 8.
Thank you. So I'm basically gonna write a little note to him, and basically in it say something to the effect of, we know that this news is difficult to accept. We swear to do everything we can to, make sure their deaths weren't in vain. We will return as soon as we can to end that threat once and for all. We will be traveling tomorrow. Please visit us before we go. And I'll give back the pen, and I'm going to take the scroll and stick it under the door of room
Okay.
8.
Fair enough. All right, so yeah, you take it and you stick it under the door, and nothing happens immediately, but you definitely can hear the sounds of of Sebastian on the other side, if faintly.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to loiter there. I'll go ahead and go back downstairs. I'll kind of keep an eye out that way for a while. Before kind of turning in or eating dinner and turning in for the night.
Okay, so yeah, you head back and have your meal, and get more wine. Although the basic wine that comes with the room and board isn't very strong. It's kind of it's more for the flavor. Anyway, you get some cheese, some olives, some various vegetables, and something that, or basically some oranges. All right, does anybody do anything else before resting for the evening?
How long do I have to play? I forget.
2 hours.
Okay.
So you're gonna do that?
Yeah, I'll play the 2 hours so we can get our free room, or whatever it takes to get the free room and food.
Okay.
Do I
And
get any? Do I get any coins thrown my way?
actually, you do. You get. Hold on, let me check a sheet so I remember this stuff. Here you go. Yeah, so you get 5 small Mithna, 8 bronze Mithna, and 1 half Mithna.
Awesome! Look at that, moving up in the world, a quarter, a nickel, and a dime at a time.
Okay. All right. So you finish playing, and everybody finishes their meal and everything. So is there anything else you talk about, or anything else you do before resting for the night?
Yeah, I would check in on Sad Boy.
Okay. Yeah. Once you're done, you go up and you go to check it on him, and you listen at the door, and you hear faint snoring.
Yay! He didn't off himself. Good.
Yeah, that wouldn't have
Alright.
been fun.
I know. I was just like, oh, because he could have been distraught enough to do it. You never know.
True.
Fair enough.
All right, I'm gonna go to my room.
All right. Anybody else doing anything? All right. We'll advance to the next morning then. So you wake up the next morning. Everybody apply their long rest. You feel fully rested. Your any exhaustion levels are restored. All that kind of stuff. And I think that's where we're going to end the session tonight.
Alright.
Question: where's the button to apply the long rest?
On your hit dice, it says S rest and L rest.
Ah, great.
If you,
Love it.